go. Hustle hard in the camp, we grind till our bones. Stacking up dreams, ain't nobody here alone. Late nights we stay lit, strategizing every move. Rising like the sun, man, you know we gotta prove. In the struggle we unite, every setback just fuels the fight. Can't hustle, we're breaking the mold. Chasing the dreams that we've all been told. In unity we rise and we shine. With every heartbeat, success will be mine. Dusk till dawn, we ain't got no regrets. Chasing after cash, never falling for debts. Every corner we flip, every risk that we take. Building up our empire, yeah, we rise from the wake. In the grind we found our role. With passion and fire, we're on a roll. Can't hustle, we're breaking the mold. Chasing the dreams that we've all been told. In unity we rise and we shine. With every heartbeat, success will be mine. We hustle hard, we never fall. In this camp we stand tall. Can't hustle, we're breaking the mold. Chasing the dreams that we've all been told. In unity we rise and we shine. With every heartbeat, success will be mine. We hustle hard, we never fall. In this camp we stand tall.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Camp Hustle One here, back with another video. All right, so yeah, it's been a little bit over a week. I know I was supposed to be here last Saturday, but you know things are always getting busy. But I'm gonna go ahead and start the show. Give me 1 second here. Make sure all my stuff is correct where it needs to be. 1 second here. All right. Coke Penny, what's up, buddy? Glad to see you in the stream, man. Welcome. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get my ducks in a row here. Oopsie. All right. All right. So how you guys doing? So I'm not going to waste any of your time. I know I was teasing this live stream for a couple days now, and I have, you know, it's gonna, hopefully it goes as planned. I guess the first thing we're going to start is, the first story is going to be Spirit Airlines. I don't know if you guys have, hey, what's up, Sonic? Spirit Airlines, this is gonna be our first story of the day. So I don't know if you guys have ever flown with Spirit. Apparently they are very cheap. I want to say a trip to Miami, I believe, is like under $50, I believe. The way they get you is on the luggage fee. I think you're allowed one carry-on bag, and then everything else gets pretty expensive after that. But I've never flown Spirit. But you know, people told me it's really cheap. But I saw this video, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. This is just another day at Spirit, so you guys enjoy this one.
Bitch, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Do not play with me, because I'm not the one or the two. You're not the one or the two. Let's go. You ain't got shit done. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Now, real quick, these are obviously two employees that have some type of beef going on. There's really no context to it, but the fact is that there's a customer right in front, basically waiting to be serviced, and this goes down. That haircut, though, I unsubbed to FNF a few months ago. I don't really know what's going on with them besides what they post on their Reddit. Oh, well, I have some sad news for you. Well, let's play this one first, and then I'll reveal the news for the Reddit for those who don't know. I'm sure, I think I messaged Sonic. I think Sonic knows, but don't spoil it. I'll let you guys know. But let's see how this beef is going down.
Like I said, keep my fucking name out your mouth, bitch.
Because mine is always in yours for some reason.
No, some reason. Back the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here before I slap the shit out of you.
I'm not going to slap shit.
Try me.
I'm not
Try me. Try me, Tinky. I be done drop kicked your ass.
Now, obviously, you know, airport staff is, I want to say, understaffed. A lot of long hours. People are stretched to their limits. You know, probably underpaid, overworked, that kind of situation. These two are obviously not managers. They they are obviously associates, employees, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I would really like to know what started this whole beef.
Fuck out of here, you dirty bitch. Yes, you are. Fuck out of here. You and your raggedy ass fucking bitch. Fuck out of here. Go.
Like, how long does it take you to acknowledge that the customer is right in front of you? Like, there's just no self-awareness whatsoever.
Go suck a dick.
Oh, damn.
Like I said what I said, and I said what I said. Please step to me like you want it.
Now that I think about it, this is probably not a customer filming. This is probably another Spirit employee that's filming. This is probably, they're probably just getting set up. It's probably really super early in the morning and nobody's like waiting in line. So that's probably why they felt like they could do this. Or there is a customer. This is a customer recording it. Either way, it's fucked because it got posted online. I don't know if these ladies still have their jobs, but it's, yeah, this is crazy.
Go suck another dirty dick.
Damn. Wait, that look up? I don't know. All right, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. She just like looked up and noticed that there was somebody there filming. Let's look at that one more time.
Dirty dick.
Ooh. And then she looks down. God damn. Yeah, that's definitely a customer. Damn, bro.
I'm not the one of the two, bitch. You tried me 2 times. I want you to
She's still going. Oh, shit. Damn, she said a dirty one too. Yeah, bro, that's, you know, that's like the 1-2 punch, man. You can't just say suck a dick. You gotta say it's gotta be a dirty one too. Are you gonna acknowledge me? Hello? Yeah, I guess not. That would have been great if she was just like, you know, do you have your paperwork and stuff? Like after all of that would have been great. But yeah, so that's Spirit Airlines for you. She knew she messed up. It's oh man, yeah. I mean, if she didn't have like an HR meeting after that, or just a severance package, because you know, like I said, the airlines are overstaffed or understaffed, and they're underpaid. So yeah, tensions are high, and yeah, it's pretty rough. Sonic says, I think she knows she's going to get fired. That's why she's still going. Yeah, you know what? She was probably past that point of like no return. She's like, you know what? Fuck it, bro. So yeah, that's Spirit Airlines for you guys. I hope you guys book them on your next flight. Hopefully inside the country, because I think that's how they keep their prices under affordable. Speaking of Spirit, Game is Game guy is not dead. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but apparently he faked his death. Did you guys hear about that? Let me make sure I have that. Where is it? Game is Game guy. I have it. Sheesh. 1 second. Yeah, I think I. Oh, right here. Yeah, so apparently there was a post on Length or Girth, and it was like a death post saying that, yeah, you know, the guy died at 37, and you know, he died really young, and he was a what's it called? He was a TikTok sensation. But yeah, he would just give like really fast relationship advice, but it was just like kind of grimy stuff. And but his catchphrase was "Game is Game," and yeah, but apparently he faked his death to get out of paying child support. And I don't even think it was much. I think it was only like $2,000. But he's just like, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and fake my own death. And he emerged later. Oh, well, I'm sorry. The date that he said that he died was in like back in October, like I think second week of October, like October 10th. And then this video resurfaced, I think, yeah, like second week of November. And yeah, so here, we'll go ahead and play the video so you guys can see. This is his first video since he's back from the dead.
And y'all had the whole world thinking that I was a dead man. And I want to tell all you motherfuckers who made that rumor, thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. You have no idea how much pussy that rumor landed me. All these bitches hit me up who didn't want to talk to me before. Oh my God, if only I could have seen you one more time. Hold on, bitch. Wait. Let me reply.
Oh man, he's about to come back from the dead to get some box, bro. Oh man. Respect for trying. Not the death part, but for trying to get up in child support. Oh man, he said fuck them kids, bro. And but yeah, aren't there like laws against faking your own death? I don't know if it varies from state to state, but I think that's like a pretty serious offense, right? I mean, if not a fine, some jail time. I mean, I don't know if his family. I mean, there's just so many things that are messed up about faking your own death. I mean, maybe he kept it, you know, maybe he just didn't have a close connection with his family and stuff. So he's just like, fuck it, man. I'm just going to go ahead and get away with this. But yeah, I mean, now that he's back alive, has the word spread back to the people that were trying to get child support, or have they closed the case? It's still up in the air, I guess. But yeah, so he's not dead. He's still here. And you know, you get all these, you usually hear about like celebrities and stuff, like famous celebrities that, you know, are possibly still alive. People still say they, you know, see sightings of Tupac in the Caribbean, you know, like just completely aged out. People say they see Michael Jackson, you know, like super old, you know, but he's still out there. And I mean, even all the way back to Elvis, you know, but now we got TikTok stars faking their own death, and it's, yeah. So Coke Benny says, in the state of California, you can serve time for faking your own death. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some serious ramifications for that, because not only are you fooling the child support system, but you're fooling like a lot of things, like I think for like tax purposes and all other stuff. Like I honestly don't know how any of that works. Never faked my own death, but I never known anybody to do this, but I thought it was very, very interesting. So the next story is a little bit more current. We're going to be talking about Mr. David Cooley. So apparently this gentleman right here of the No Fugazi podcast, he's the host. He has a lot of strong statements about not dating single moms. He is all about, you know, portraying yourself as a high value man. He kind of takes a lot of his points from Myron Gaines. He's kind of like a Myron Gaines, you know, clone pretty much. And but yeah, this photograph has surfaced of him with his I guess this is his girlfriend. They're not married. This is his girlfriend, and she's a mother of 3, but I think she's also pregnant with another baby. Or no, I'm sorry. So they've had a kid together. I'm trying to get all my facts together. But yeah, what's it say? In Florida, it's not illegal apparently. Wow. So I guess just go to Florida, man, and it's just free reign. It's just, but yeah, they have a population problem down there anyway with all the illegals and stuff. That's like the port of entry, really. But yeah, get back to David Cooley. Yeah, so basically, this lady here, this woman, she already had 2 boys that were from a previous relationship, and then a daughter. Or is this his daughter? I believe that she had a daughter with another man, obviously a black man, a mixed child. And then they had, David Cooley and this lady have had a baby now. And I think the baby is like under a year old. It's still like an infant. And yeah, so this guy is now getting exposed on TikTok, and people are making videos about it. I actually saw, well, we're going to watch the first TikTok that exposed him, and then we're going to watch a video by Mr. O'Shea Duke Jackson. And yeah, he got him pretty good. So But yeah, if you guys haven't heard of this guy, he is the host of the No Fugazi podcast. No Fugazi is basically no fakes. It's like an Italian word for no fakers. But yeah, I mean, what did Cat Williams say? That in 2024, everyone is getting exposed. This really is the year of everyone getting exposed, man, as even being phony or being a pedo or just, something messed up. Everything's coming to light. So let's watch the TikTok that is going to, I guess, that shed some light on this whole story. That's this one right here.
This is why I tell y'all got to be careful about where y'all get y'all relationship/life advice from these guys on this fucking internet, on these podcasts and shit. Because yesterday I made a video about that Fugazi Cooley dude or whatever, talking about being a top tier man. I always kind of knew dude was a little buddy, but yeah. So here's the clip, and then I'll show you why.
Don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on.
Damn, he got him with the kids, man. So you got the wife, the daughter, the 2 boys, and then you got the little baby boy right there. And yeah, he got him dead to rights in 4K. Let's see what he has to say.
That's why he said that. That's why he talked the way he talked. That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4". And black. This is why. He's the trinket. He's the fetish.
Wait, let's go back, because I can't read that fast. It says, realizing I have to push my 6'4" boyfriend's baby out in 3 weeks. Wow.
Fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to from hypocrites. A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids, with a single mother who was a BBL Becky. Mine
couldn't be me, man. I could never be a stepdad. I mean, that's probably one of the things that I do agree with, that the red pill says, is to avoid single mothers. I know there's men out there that have no problem taking on some other, man's kids and stuff. But what I think about that is that you cannot discipline a child that isn't yours the same as a child that is yours. So say that you do have a child with the lady, it's going to be kind of like, you have to check in with her in order to, I guess, negotiate how the child's going to be disciplined, because you can't just do it on your own, because that's not your child. That's the conflict. And when you have multiple children living under the same roof and they have different rules for each other, it's just really messy. So I would just say avoid that altogether. Sonic says, all of these guys are fake it till you make it type guys. Everyone in the red pill is like this. Every single one of them. Fresh, Donovan, Rolo, Saint and Sinner. Yeah, man. And it's like everybody's getting exposed. And there's another guy who recently got exposed, and that was John Anthony Lifestyle, in terms of, I guess, his programs on how to, get, I guess, reach multiple girlfriends and have like a high lay count and stuff. A lot of his lessons are just trust me, bro. But yeah, so I guess we can add him to that list. He says, Sinus says, except I don't know about Myron. Not enough evidence on my part, though. Well, there's evidence out there for Myron, as far as not being what he says. I mean, the fact is that Myron, he has a girlfriend that he doesn't sleep with, apparently, and he puts her up in a house. He basically gives her whatever she wants, and she basically gives him. She is like his shield for the not gays, basically. That's like, we have some material on that. That's coming later. I don't want to spoil it.
Getting her knocked up because she's currently pregnant, not even married to her. They've been together since 2017.
Pre-COVID. Damn. And I believe they also have a couples channel as well on Instagram, where they do these really adorable, little games with each other, like relationship games.
And has yet to put a ring on her finger.
This would be the couple stuff that I was talking about. It says, when you've been waiting for it and think everything is a proposal.
Think everything is a proposal.
And darling, this is more than anything.
So Christmas is around the corner.
So this is the crazy Christmas thing they did, black versus white. I'm not really, I don't really have an issue with this, but I know there are some people that do have an issue with this. I'll just leave it at that. Let you guys see it.
And since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses. We got a black Santa,
And I have the white ones.
and let's see which one he chooses. Same time.
Did she say the right one or the white one?
Don't cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Like, all the boxes were checked. Cringy interracial couple content.
Yeah.
She's begging to be proposed to. She's a single mother. All of these things that he tells you in clips like this.
As a single mother, do you believe you deserve a man in the top percentile?
I'm able to do everything else, whether or not I have a baby or not. I still can be a great wife.
Yeah, listen, single moms, recreational use only.
Do you mean like
Time out. Let's reverse it real quick. What?
Looks like you're doing more than recreational use with her, buddy.
Oh no. They got him in the holiday jammy jams. Oh man. That's tough. That's tough right there.
Or maybe you're not, because you still
Like, I thought he said recreational use only. I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know. It almost sounds like we're listening to a Myron clone, because he basically just echoes everything Myron says. But yeah, that's it's kind of crazy to hold these views and then, like, boom, you get hit with a photograph like this.
ain't married her, but you're giving her those mixed kids that she enjoys to make content with, though, right? So, like most of these podcasts, I keep telling y'all, a lot of these podcast guys that are the loudest about women are out here living double lives and making bank off of y'all. They're doing the same thing that these podcasts and pink pill women do to other women. They're doing to y'all. And I say this all the fucking time. These podcast guys are never married. They're never in successful relationships. And they're usually buddy boys. But these are the guys y'all subscribe to. These are the guys that y'all are in my comments arguing with me about, defending, and telling me that I'm simping for women. But instead of listening to fellas like myself who are actually married in real life and trying to tell y'all how to find them, y'all would rather listen to guys like him, because it reassures the echo chamber that you want to be in. Y'all'd rather sit and point and blame women all fucking day for why you can't find a wife. But everybody's an alpha man, a good man, and a top tier man, though. Yet can't none of y'all get together and find no fucking woman. But when married men like myself get to talking about what y'all need to do, you tell me to shut the fuck up because, well, you married, bro. Why you worried about another man? So y'all don't want to hear what I got to say.
What's interesting about the whole married single guy, like who to take advice from, it's like the single guys that are in the red pill do not want to get married. They're holding out for it because they don't believe that marriage is a rightful institution in the West. They think it's just a system set up to just destroy men, to cut them in half and take everything that they got, everything they've ever worked for. So, like, what's the point? Like, I can basically get the same thing out of you and not even marry you, you know? It's like, what does it change, that little piece of paper? That's the argument that's going on. Sonic says, I think I've heard that in the red pill space, you have to project confidence and act like you're worth $1 million. Maybe that's why these men in the red pill space are like this. I don't know. I mean, it's all a playbook, you know, when you think about it. You know, going back to Kevin Samuels, you know, he was all about and projecting an image, you know, wearing a suit that, you know, and heels and having high production value and just having a lot of experience in terms of male and female dynamics. You know, you got a lot of different red pill guys that they do project confidence, but at the same time, you know, they will package it in a way to like, no, you know, also need to be on top of your fitness. You know, you need to be on top of your money. You got to be on top of, you know, a lot of things, you know, in terms of, you know, maintaining your frame and, yeah, not simping and definitely not paying for box, but it's starting to come out that a lot of them are paying for box. So, it's it is a thing that gets projected out there, and until someone exposes you, man, it's just all over. I'm gonna go back to the next story I have for you guys, and that is gonna be for, well, is Kevin Samuels considered a red pill? I think he was kind of like red pill adjacent. I probably think that would probably be the best way to describe it, because yeah, he's definitely red pill adjacent. Let me see if I can. All right, so let me screen that. So can you guys read this? So this was today. I sent this to Sonic, whatever, and I was like, yeah, this was bound to happen. But so this is our Length or Girth. Camp Hustle is permanently banned from Length or Girth. And I've been permanently banned for participating in Length or Girth because of my post that violates this community's rules. You won't be able to post or comment, but you can still view and subscribe to it. If you have any questions regarding your ban, you can contact a moderator from the team, which I'm not going to contact these moderators. Reminder from the Reddit staff, if you use another account to circumvent the ban, you know, you'll be considered a violation of content policy, and you'll result in your account being suspended from the site as a whole. So this doesn't change anything for me. I can still go to Length or Girth, and I can still view all the posts and stuff like that. I just can't post any of my own content over there, which is fine. The video that got me banned was basically the announcement of this video. All they got was the thumbnail of, you know, Myron, and then, you know, Fresh looking down like this. And then I said, loyalty has its limits. And I said, see you guys all tonight. You know, and I did a little link to this video. That was it. No other context, but I was in the Telegram group talking, and what they said was that it was most likely from the CEO network, because they have a few plants that are inside that subreddit. So what they did was mass report me, and that's what happened. So, and I was like, well, it's either, I told them it's either the Cringe network, which is CEO network, or the Castle Cucks. And the person that, I guess, he said it can't be the Castle Cucks, because he said that there are those guys in there, they hate Fresh too. So it's like the hate for Fresh just kind of goes beyond even the supporters, the people that pay monthly to Fresh and Fit. There's people inside those groups that hate Fresh as well. But as far as the CEO network, which is, you know, Fresh's network, you know, he's got people in there to be like, yeah, this is, we got to make sure that this video doesn't spread any misinformation and all that other stuff. I just think it's kind of ridiculous, but like I said, it doesn't change anything. I just thought it was really funny. I thought I'd share it with you guys. So that is that. I'm going next. Let's see. Oops. Moving on.
A lot of the stereotypes.
I'm glad.
You have a
hold on. I gotta find that. Oh yeah, is this it? Is it this one? No. Let me go to YouTube so we can figure this out. It was, I'm gonna show you the video, the second video for Cooley, the one done by O'Shea Duke Jackson. I thought it was really funny. I thought you guys would enjoy it. So let me find it. O'Shea Duke Jackson. There it is. And this one. And this is only part one of two. So I look forward to seeing the second one. Let's go back.
Want a new career, but don't.
Oh boy. Let's just mute this ad, read for a moment. But yeah, so what I do want to tell you guys is that the book, I've actually been working on the book. I thought you guys probably want to get a little update on that. I have the cover made, and I don't, hold on, let me see if I have it right here. Let me make sure I have it looking good here. Because you guys know I have been making a little bit of progress towards it, and so I went ahead and got the cover made, and it looks really nice. It looks. Hold on one second. Let me make sure that this is looking like that. So yeah, here's the book. Boom. It's all shiny. Got the spine, got the back there. So yeah, I'm the one and only one that has a physical copy of Why Myron Deserves Fresh. I will be, of course, releasing the PDF files for you guys to see all of it in full. So that will be for your viewing pleasure. But yeah, that will be dropping soon. But I just figured I'd show you, update you guys on some of the progress I've been making. But so here's the video. This is the O'Shea Duke Jackson. It's about 16 minutes, but we can go through it. And yeah, it's freaking hilarious. A lot of information. Oh, hold on, let me put it back here. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He does really good. Wow, it looks thick. What? That's hilarious, man. Hey, man. Yeah, it's like I said. I've been busy, bro. I've been making some progress. So.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson.
If you guys don't know this guy, he was good friends with Kevin Samuels. He was part of he's been on YouTube for about 10 years, and he was part of the whole Black YouTube, Black Manosphere movement, and he still makes contributions as far as critiquing the red pill, and but yeah, he always has that same intro. It's pretty hilarious. But yeah, he does this show called The Celebrity Dirt, where he usually talks about, you know, the red pill people, and on this episode he's going to be talking about David Cooley. So let's get into it.
Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You know, I've seen people come and go. You know, like I said, in my time in YouTube, I've been here since 2015, and what is known affectionately as Black YouTube, or the Black sector YouTube. I've seen a lot of dudes come and go, man. Some dudes die, you know, in this business, and I've seen that too. I've seen, you know, people get hurt, dudes get, you know, anything that happens in life, man, has happened here. But the most common thing that I have seen dudes do is get hit with exposures for lying, okay? And now nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. But the thing is, when you're a content creator and your brand as a personal brand stands for something, and you get caught doing the opposite of what your personal brand is, your career is gonna plummet. For certain. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Look at Derek Jackson.
Oh man, do you guys remember that guy, Derek Jackson? He was the one that was he was like the one who would, I guess, chastise men, telling men to be better. He was kind of like on the female side. I remember watching a couple of his videos, and I never really subscribed to it, but I just like would catch news about him through other channels, so I would learn stuff about him. But yeah, he was the guy that was like, men need to do better, and you know, you need to be faithful to women, and women are queens. He was all about like putting women on a pedestal and all this stuff, and then it came out later that he was cheating on his girl. So it was just kind of, that ended his career after that.
Jackson was a personal brand as a dating coach, mentor, really catered towards the Black female audience, okay? And a lot of the things that he did was catered towards teaching women how to deal with disrespectful men and how to value themselves more. Then we started seeing little pockets of Derek Jackson even being disrespectful to some of these ladies, you know, in the Instagram.
Oh, okay. So I guess we know where Fresh gets that catchphrase from. The black men don't cheat. I guess he get it from Derek Jackson. Problem solved.
DMs. He was saying someone was bald headed, you ugly. And then when Tasha K dropped that dime on his ass.
Coke Betty says he should take his own advice to do better. Well, you know, it's all over for him now, man. He's gone the way of other creators that are no longer, you know, around and, you know, popping. And I mean, I haven't heard anything from Derek Jackson ever since the whole scandal, you know. So, but let's rewind it back a little bit.
All headed, you ugly. And then when Tasha K dropped that dime on his ass, and you know, he was having an affair on his wife, and he was coming down hard on men for doing the same thing. Hey man, that was a career ender. Derek Jackson was done. And women are a little bit more forgiving than that. Okay? Look at the black church. Pastors always doing something other than what they're talking about. You always see the dudes preaching hard against homosexuality and find out that he got all kind of, you know, D's all.
Why do they have that's Raphael Warnock? Why would they have him up there? Is he alleged, you know, diddling? I just noticed that. I was like, I didn't notice that before.
In his cheeks and stuff, and then he get exposed, and you know, sometimes those dudes can come back a little bit, not as much as it was before, but they can come back. But
that's true. A lot of turning the other cheek in the Christian church. You know, it's really strange how, you know, you got these pastors that they get away with having multiple women cheating on their wives and possibly, you know, diddling and all that stuff, and then they still come back Sunday again and they still follow them. You know, it's like people, they invest a lot of time with people, and then their loyalty is tested. And, you know, whether you decide, okay, I'm going to stop following this person because of, you know, now what has come to light, or you forgive them. And there's a lot of forgiving going on in church. So yeah, naturally that will happen.
Derek Jackson's career was shattered. All right. Now we're talking about men's content creation. Yeah, let me tell you something about this. As a man, it is hard to get brothers to want to follow what you do, support what you do. It's difficult, okay? When you get a lot of men to follow what you're doing, dudes are already suspicious. You know, you can't really talk about money or sales and things like that. Because, you know, hey, some dudes is already suspicious of you. You got one time to mess it up. And this is what the dude Cooley from No Fugazi podcast did. Now, I'm not from the East Coast. We don't use the term Fugazi, but I'm assuming I've heard like maybe like some Italian gangsters hear that before.
Cavos, what's up, buddy? Sup, Camp? Been waiting for this stream. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm doing good. Just, you know, got a little busy in the week, but I what I'm learning is that I need to just schedule videos, and then that makes me have to do them. So at least I won't be putting it off until, you know, the end of the weekend and just get tied up. I told my wife early this morning when I talked to her this morning, I was like, yeah, so I'm doing a video tonight, and make sure when I get off of work, everybody's in bed, because I don't want any interruptions. I don't want to hear a kid crying. I don't hear nothing. So I made sure to get all that in order. So when I got home, it was just like whisper quiet. I was like, oh, this is great. Gave my wife a kiss, gave my daughter a kiss, gave my son a kiss, and I came in here, started the show. And yeah, so I'm probably just going to do that from now on. I'll just schedule everything for Saturday or Sunday. Got to be flexible. And then, you know, just have it ready. That way I can, you know, have this little momentum, you know, because I don't want to fall in the trap of not staying true to my word, because that's one thing that's very important to me. So let's get back to the video.
For, you know, this is an Italian thing. It's a Jersey thing. Fake. No frauds. All right. That's what I think the Fugazi thing. It's like an Italian thing or something like that, right?
Ooh, sorry for that, guys. We got an ad in the middle. Let's see if I can skip this. What is this? Skip it. There we go.
Like that on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? We'll never say Fugazi. So Fugazi is like a fake thing, and so he's saying that it's no phone in his podcast. Boy, is that ironic. This is more faker than the $3 goddamn bill. That boy is fake. Then some Jordans with a Jumpman logo shooting a free throw rather than dunking. That is this dude.
Oh man, he's talking about the Air Gordons. You find him at like what's it called? You find him at the Marshalls or TJ Maxx, whatever. You're like, holy shit, these are some Jordans? Like, nah, man, that the guy's shooting a free throw. Oh man, that's good.
Okay, Then I'm gonna be real. He's a sucker. Like, not no personal. He's a sucker, right? You on here, you got your black and white kid on here with the white girl, and you telling your kid to choose the black one or choose the white one. Then the white lady goes, choose the white one. So you're already a sucker for that. Cause you over there promoting an interracial channel and you over there playing the stereotypical sellout black dude part with the braids. So you know you want to be in the culture, so you're already a sellout there. Like I said, I ain't really got no problem with interracial dating, but you know, all these little racist tropes you got going on with this little BBL chick, that's already dusty. Then you got a half black, half white chick from another baby up there. So when you went out and got with this chick, she already had 2 white kids. Fugazi is I don't know what, bruh. Then here's what makes it worse. You be on here telling these chicks that they single moms and that nobody gonna want them. Like I said, a lot of brothers wouldn't have no problem with your commentary about single moms. But you yourself, Mr. I'm 6'4", Mr. This, you with a single mom and had 2 more babies with her. And you in the picture, y'all got a whole little blended Brady Bunch family. So after I put that video about him out on my O'Shea channel, which is called Hypocritical Dating Coaches in His Career, I put the video out. I wasn't the first person to expose information. It was a brother on TikTok. Shout out to Jamal Brandon. He told me about this brother. And
now he said that name backwards. It's actually Brandon Jamal, the now you're a single mom guy. Apparently he did a video collaboration with him, and he was the one that actually exposed the whole thing about David Cooley. So but yeah, we don't need to watch that video. We know all about that guy, the now you're a single mom guy. He needs a lot of exposure, so we're not going to give it to him today though. So
and then I found the video. Okay, the people are roasting his ass in the comments. He posted this lame video called Cooley Debates Atheists on Where Did God Come From. I go and play the video. Ain't nobody giving a damn about the video. Go right to the comment section. Nothing but lighting his ass up. We're gonna read all of the ones that I screenshotted right now. Wolf Among Sheep 626. I think that my brother might be in Pasadena. I like to play in the snow too, but I'm not raising a white family. Ain't no way. P.S. My dad always told me, son, never trust 2 kinds of black men. One with no facial hair or one with cornrows in his 30s. Pops never lied. Look, this dude got cornrows with red highlights in them. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is the same dude we talking about. You a dude from Jersey for real? Y'all got red highlights in your cornrows? Now hold on, bro. I wasn't really.
I never noticed this whole red highlights in the hair thing. I don't really watch the show that closely, but in terms of like this guy's like practice what I preach, whatever, it all comes back to the rules for thee, but not for me, which we see with a lot of red pill creators, and yeah, I mean it's hypocritical. It's almost like, do you belong in front of a mic telling people how they should live their lives if you're not living that same way too? It just seems like a scam, like a farce, if you will. And yeah, I mean, I was never really invested in the No Fugazi podcast. I would always see, shorts and clips and stuff like that. And I just chalked him up as a Myron clone. So I never really took him serious. But now that I know this about him, it's just like, I'm happy for him stepping up and being a stepdad and everything. And I hope that relationship works out for him. But it's just weird to be talking out of both sides of your mouth, having this relationship and then going on the podcast and saying something completely different. It's wild to me.
Said nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Because who does that? Like, look at this dude, man. This is some Diddy type stuff for real. I wasn't gonna really say nothing about this, bro. Because again, you was doing your thing, man. And I'm like, damn, man, that bro put some hot sauce in his head or whatever. Like, you think this is sexy or something? But okay, you got the little black and red Chicago Bull dye all in your hair. Hey, I can't grow my hair out like that, all right? But that does look suspect, man. The average dude that's really on some straight stuff for real ain't gonna do that. But it's okay. I mean, you do like white girls. So, again, you might be a little different, right? Shout out.
Actually, that's not really different at all. That's very common. It seems like, black men that, get successful, they always end up getting a white girl. Is that, I think that's how the Kanye line goes, But yeah, that's a lot more common, especially out where I'm at. I see it all the time.
Out to you. So this is what I'm talking about, man. David Cooley, man. The brother's out here, he's down bad, okay? Then, let me get on to this. I know I'm everywhere. Bruh, you're a dude that learned all your game from Myron. And Myron is a simp. Don't you know that Myron is a fraud too? So this is what happened with the frauds, man. A lot of you dudes, really for real, ain't really been a dude that came from the community. You never really had no game. You really had no mouthpiece. A lot of you dudes is from the suburbs, man, which is all good. And that's why y'all be chasing white chicks like that, man. Because for real, you ain't really got no mouthpiece for real in the hood or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So you guys never really learned no game before because you never really been in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You never been in the trenches before. I'm from Del Paso Heights. So
5 reasons.
Oh, these ads. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't pay for YouTube Premium. I'm not going to. But you guys, I mean, isn't it crazy how you have this guy being exposed for, not believing what he says, and then you got Myron over here who is telling guys to not live with your girl, not do all this stuff, and then he turns around and I don't know if you guys have seen the little TikToks that they do. They do like little relationship stuff. It's like kind of it's kind of weird. I mean, I don't want to show anymore. I don't want to show any of that stuff, but because it's very cringe. But yeah, Byron does it.
Know me and have met me can tell you, yeah, that's social from the DPH. So I'm from one of the worst places in Northern California. So when I'm talking about the game and everything like that, I didn't learn it from Myron, Fresh and Fit. I didn't listen to their podcast and sit back and get all the game that I got from them. I got all the little game, the little bit I got from just being me.
And this is something that statement right there is something that it kind of rings true for myself as well. Like I came to discover Fresh and Fit through Kevin Samuels, and then I discovered Kevin Samuels like way into already being married and being out of the dating game and stuff. And the way I navigated the whole thing, like I just did things my own way. I never would like go to the internet for advice, but it seems that that's what men do now. Men that are so confused about what to do. They don't have their fathers to, rely on for advice. They turn to the internet, and that's what people in the red pill are. That's what they're trying to position themselves as. It's just, we are here to show you the way. And it's crazy because some of the stuff that that they stand for, they don't even take that advice. So, which that it's crazy when you look at like Fresh and Fit and how Myron will preach a certain way of living, and then you see Fresh right across the table doing completely different on that. So it's just, it's like, who do you trust? And it's like you can see obviously who's messing up and who is like trying to do right, but at the same time it just doesn't compute because it's like two clashing ideals. Sonic says, ironically, he's not lying about that. Trying to pick up girls is easy once you approach it with your own rules. It just, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because if that's, the thing about that is if you watch something on the internet, it's probably been seen by millions of people already. So it's like, this is why you can't do top 10 pickup lines to use in the bar to close. You're not going to see those videos because everybody's going to see those videos, and everybody's going to be saying the same things, and it's not going to work because every girl's going to hear it. So it's like, you have to approach things in your own way. And the way that I've always been is very situationally aware. You go in and I'm naturally a relaxed dude. I'm really good at, I guess cracking jokes and being in the moment. I never have prepared jokes. I never have prepared like pickup lines. It's always just, you just feel things out and, you just act natural. And I think I've said this before on the last video that if you take it off the table of you not trying to sleep with the person. Don't even like go there in your mind. Like just start with step one, which is just, you know, introducing yourself and see, and you know, if she wants to engage with you, she will. And then you just naturally go from there. But it's just like this whole, like, I think the thing that Myron does when he passes a girl, he's like, you got to make sure that your feet are pointed a certain way. You got to make sure you're looking back at her, and you got to say, "Oh, looks like you're just as cute as me." It's like, how many times has he said that in Miami, and how many girls have already said it? Has he said it to? And then because you know Myron has a bad memory when it comes to girls. It happens all the time. Girls will come on the show. They said that, you know, he hit them up in the DMs and he's like, I don't remember you. So I'm sure he's probably used that same line as far as, you know, you're as cute as me. He's probably said that to the same girl multiple times, and it just doesn't work after a while. You know, you can't be cookie cutter with your pickup lines. You can't be cookie cutter with your approach. You have to you just got to go out there and do it, man. And it's obviously, it is a trial and error, I guess, thing, you know, but honestly, if you don't think you're going to fail, you're not going to fail, man. It's like, just be relaxed. Take a deep breath before you go up there, and, you know, and don't make it the end of the world if she doesn't reject you. Girls reject guys all the time, you know? But, yeah, some people, they set their sights too high, and that's how they get disappointed. So let's get back to this.
You didn't took a whole nother dude's script who was a fraud too, and both of y'all lame. It's crazy because he grew up in New York somewhere, and your ass grew up in Jersey. Not, or you from the East Coast somewhere. Now, hold on, I'm gonna say this, man. I don't know, Lehigh, Pennsylvania. Look, shout out to my brothers on the East Coast, man. But they got y'all down bad right now. The brother got you down bad, okay? Let's go down to the next comment, a fugazi. People want to hear this stepfather to a white family stuff. Yeah, man, post the whole thing, bro. Shout out to Chef Carter. Fugazi3 came here for the comment section, not the video. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Yeah, I didn't really want to put the bro out there like that, man. At first, I wasn't going to say nothing, because when Brandon Jamal said I wasn't going to say nothing, but nope, I had to get him.
GG Allen, welcome to the stream, man. My line is nice legs. What time do they open? Smooth, bro. If it works, it works, man. The thing is, man, humor will go a long way. And hey, man, I think it's all about your delivery and timing. I'm pretty sure that line will work with a lot of people. And then there's people that there's no pickup line that will work, because some girls just look at pickup lines as cringe, you know? But yeah, these red pill guys will be like, hey, don't even comment on her body, you know? Don't even acknowledge that she's there. Just, you know? It's like, don't put her on a pedestal. So, but yeah, let's get back into this.
I had to get him. When I find Sims claiming to be red pill representatives, I get mad because it messes up our community. Yeah, it does mess it up. You should have been honest like me. Like this here, right? I do trick. I'm a simp. I will simp too. And if it's a single mom, I will... Listen, I didn't clap some single mom cheeks since I've been in the manosphere. And we'll do it again. I did clap them up. I sure did. And it was good too. And I paid some bills. What? Expose me. I just exposed myself. But that was one particular person, but she's still thick too, by the way. And I will do it again. Nice try, Cooley, but what is up with you being a stepfather and you talk down on single mothers, but you're dating one? So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. No fugazi, right, man? Now look what he gonna do.
Coke Benny says, mine is, if I flip a coin, what are my chances of getting head? Nice, bro. Nice. One thing I used to say, I used to see, well, mine's a little situational. So I used to always, I don't know if you guys know those fruit smoothies that they have in the stores. They're called Naked. Let me just show you guys. I'm sure you guys know about it. But it's like, yeah, they'll have like a little naked juice. What is it called? Naked smoothie, maybe? Called Naked Smoothie? Naked Juice, that's what it's called. Let's see if we can do it. That's this right here. So anyway, I remember when I used to work in restaurants, I used to always go to the store real quick, grab like an energy drink or some gum, something like that, you know, before my shift started. And there was this one chick that I used to always mess around with, and yeah, I knew you were going there. And yeah, I would be like, hey, what did I don't even know how I said it. I don't even want to say it because I'll probably mess it up the way I said it. But yeah, I would be like, hey, did you want me to get you naked? And she'd be like, what? And I was like, I'm about to head to the store, but did you want to go get naked? And she's like, what? That'd be like naked juice, naked smoothie juice, whatever. She's like, oh, yeah. But, you know, a little subtlety and stuff like that, you know? And, you know, she thought it was funny. The thing is, though, you got to feel people out. You can't just be going up to girls like that and saying shit. You got to feel it out. So I used to feel it out all the time.
He gonna come in the comment section. Tiger Sniper, he got busted in 4K. You're all on the picture. We got you all on video. Now look at him. He trying to pretend like he's somebody else. Cooley will be going live Sunday to expose all of the misinformation about his personal life. He's never hide anything or told anything. It's hid. First of all, this is your ass putting this up here, bro. Ain't nobody stupid. You ain't that tight that you got an assistant commenting on your YouTube. You won't make that much.
Attention all.
Damn. Oh man, like this dude, I like how he's like really going into this and just telling him like, hey bro, like yeah, it's not like you really are faking the funk, and you ain't got it like that. But no, I think it's funny how, yeah bro, you make one mistake on the internet, like claiming to be something that you're not, and yeah bro, it's you know, the internet's gonna come for you, bro. And you know, you don't get many second chances, especially on the internet. Like you get that one chance, and you know, I would say the higher you are, the harder you fall. That's just how it is. So
all right, we're gonna just bro, you a sucker. Get on the live tonight and tell everybody. You can make the Sunday so you can think about some lies. So random, no fugazi. You straight up 100% fugazi.
Coke Benny says, feel her out. Feel her out. Wait, feel her out before you feel her up. Yeah, that was good, man. Yeah. You know, it was cool because, you know, it's all about establishing rapport, you know? It wasn't, yeah, you can, you just want to like put the idea in the brain, you know, like be like, hey, I'm not the one being dirty minded. I was just asking if you wanted a smoothie. The fact that you thought I was trying to, you know, get you naked before the shift started, you know, I'm innocent, you know, that's how you need to always be, you know, come off as innocent.
The dude Rodney, how can it be misinformation with real-time footage and pics? Yeah, man, I show big 6'4" ass in there simping it up. A white single mom. Gee, you could have got a sister. No, you can't do that. Don't let Dr. Umar find out 900 lashes. No, I'm gonna tell you what happened. This dude was probably down bad when he met that white lady. All right? This dude was down bad when he met that white lady. You probably let him have a place to stay. He probably ain't got no job, nothing like that. Then he came on here, study fresh and fit. She loaned him the money for the podcast equipment. And you know, the brother's a little articulate, so you know what I'm saying, he sound like he can really build. And you know, like I said, he a tall dude, so he like a dude that can get some chicks, man. But them is the dudes that's lames. So he in here clapping, you know, cheeks with BBL Becky and everything like that.
BBL Becky. Oh man. Okay, so Gigi Allen says, do you like that female redhead Pearl who advocates a lot for men? Honestly, bro, she was a grifter. She regurgitated pretty much everything Kevin Samuel said, you know. She saw the market. She saw that Kevin Samuel passed, and she's like, look, I'm about to basically just regurgitate this whole thing and just, you know. She had money, too. She came from money, and it was a quick rise. She went to 1 million followers, 1 million subscribers, like, almost overnight. And then, you know, she got in circles with Nick Fuentes, and then that was it. So, no, I never liked Pearl. I just thought Pearl was she's a lot like these red pill gurus, you know, just regurgitating information that they've heard and just packaging it in her own way. I never thought that she had enough relationship experience to be able to speak on things like that, you know. She was saying a lot of stuff that, yeah, like it made women mad at her, and you know, I guess, you know, some guys that didn't really see past the charade or the grift that, oh wow, you know, she's like she could really influence women and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, she fumbled the bag on that. And you know, she started parroting ideas from Myron too. The whole women shouldn't vote. She had a whole t-shirt line on that. And yeah, so, you know, it's like you listen to these guys enough across like different creators and you're like, okay, I've heard that before. And it just seems like you're just cherry picking your ideas. And yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a scholar. You just have to have a good ear. And then, you know, you see things repeat. Things repeat all the time. So people just aren't that creative anymore, I guess.
And he got on because she helped him get on. But bruh's a lame. Gonna be real. Tiger Sniper, you just got exposed, fam. Live your raps, bro. LOL. Nothing wrong with loving your woman, but you're going out sad trying to grift everyone into thinking you're above them when you're doing the exact opposite of what you preach and sell. Cooley will be going live to expose all the information about his personal life. He's never hid anything or told me, yes, you did. You lying, bro. Let me tell you about this. You might not have said you didn't date a single mom, but because you're talking down on it and you're doing it, that is a lie. Because of what you're saying as a personal brand. As a personal brand, you're coming down on it and you're doing it. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's the hypocritical part that is basically going to tank his business now, because for him to, you know, preach to people like, hey, yeah, they're recreational use only, but he's been with a single, it's that Donovan Sharp thing all over again, where Donovan Sharp, he was almost delusional about his wife, how she was older, and, you know, he held her up on a pedestal, and guys in the chat were just like, bro, she's not a 10 like you're saying. She's not even like a strong 6, you know, like, but then, you know, he did not take that well, you know, and he crashed out, and we saw how that ended. So yeah, I mean, Donovan Sharp, he's another one. Rest in peace, man. I mean, yeah, he's on the way out. That's it.
Seal indictment. Oh, you're the guy out here frauding. Yeah, fugazi. You knocked up a single mom. Nasty work. Again, he basically says, you know, the same thing. Cap, LMAO. How you explain the picture? He can't explain it. What he gonna say is AI? Damn, Cooley has a whole TikTok family page.
Hey, we are in the time of AI now. AI has gotten really good with video and pictures, and but no, all of that's true. That came out about Cooley.
The single mom, girlfriend, baby mama. Oops, another red pillar guru exposed. You know, he's saying the same trash thing. Hold up, Cooley with a white woman with 3 kids from the relationship though. Welcome to.
And right there, man, it's like he can't really answer to that, because that's gonna like mess his shit up. You know, anybody that knows who he is, that's gonna mess shit up. And now, yeah, now his business is at stake. You know, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? We know that, you know, after it's all said and done, he's supposed to be doing a live stream on Sunday, I guess, to address all of this, but we'll see how that turns out.
Now, I think that the 2 white kids is his kid, the white kids, but the black kid might be his from another lady. I'm not sure. Bruh, you my jigger. Why they saying you wifed up a single mom of 3? Nah, for real. Bro down bad. So, again, should have known this Kenna was chapped when he stole all the fresh and fit talking points. This comment section of real entertainment. Don't even have to watch this video here. Cooley, I was down for you, Cooley, until you just got put on blast for being a fraud. You're a stepfather. So now all of a sudden, he don't want to say nothing. Like the brother said, God, Reggie Red, you got to get your lies in order first. Hell yeah, you got to get his lies together first.
I need the whole weekend to write out what my speech is gonna be, because yeah, bro, Sunday. That's this Sunday. We'll see how that goes, man. Maybe we'll do a follow-up and maybe we'll react to it. I don't know. But yeah, this is some crazy stuff, man, because now, you know, he's not demonetized. He's still monetized on YouTube, but like, who's gonna watch him? Who's gonna take him serious? His numbers are gonna plummet after this.
Man, what you talking about, man? Again, like I said, I'm not a hater on nobody. Everybody got skeletons in their closet, bruh. but you gonna be on here acting like you holier than now when you a sucker, man. That's okay. You're just a sucker, bro. Nobody hating on you. Nobody trying to spread lies on you, bro. That's you right there in 4K, man, with the white chick, bro, with the slides on. Okay, she got a 15-year-old, an 11-year-old, and you didn't think nobody was gonna catch it because all you thought about was money because you probably didn't have no money before, right? So you thought about all the money you can get by, putting that red and black hair dye in there looking like Dennis Rodman all in your head, and that it was gonna be cool. And then what nobody know. But nah, bro, you done stole all these dudes' talking points because you a sucker for real, man. Like, you know what I mean? You sound good on a mic and everything, but you a real lame, bro. Like 1800% lame. And it's all good because you probably been protected your whole life and never really been out there all like that. Never had to really get in the trenches with no female for real like that, bro. You just ain't got it like that. But you sound and you tall like a lot of dudes who are like maybe tall, or guys feel like, oh, okay, he a dude that get chicks, so it make more sense coming from somebody like you until we find out that you're a grifter. Don't worry, your views about to go down too, bro. I'm gonna tell you, dog. Listen, you down bad right now. Your views about to go down, fam. Like, if whatever you was about to do for Christmas, bro, you better hurry up and do it right now. Cause right now, bro, nah, fam. You're not gonna make no more money doing this. You about to be down bad.
Now, whether that's true or not, whether his stock plummets after this, it's all going to hinge on the live stream on Sunday, how he addresses this and if he comes clean, you can't deny a woman if you're having a baby with her and stuff, you can't deny that. And, we'll see, The thing is, I think, yeah, he will lose some fans, but I think if he comes clean with it, I think some people will respect him for it, but will be kind of hold him at a certain distance, the fact that he wasn't forthcoming with it in the beginning.
So I hope it was worth it. You about to be down bad, fam. I hate to be you right now, man. Damn, you better buy them white kids something to eat while you can, dog, because you down bad, fam. Damn, I hope that white coochie was that good, bro. I just got a question, fam. Why'd you lie, though? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
I want to interview. But why did you lie? Was you broke, man? Like, what was going on, man?
Everybody's trying to lie. Everybody's trying to make it out here, and everybody's trying to regurgitate information. Everybody's trying to be the top dog, trying to be the number one male self-improvement podcast and, money, fame, game, and all that stuff. And, yeah, it's just coming out that it's all fake. MLD, got a BBL, got a hair transplant, got a liposuction, and like one of his mantras is muscle, game, frame, and money and stuff. I probably said that out of order, but I mean, it's like he didn't work for that body. He got it surgically done, but he was, he's like, look, I came out about that, and everybody knows. And I was like, well, yeah, everybody knows either because you said it or you got exposed about it. And now you have to say it. Now the truth is out there. But that's the thing, man. It's like, it's hard. I guess for some people it's hard to be authentic because it's just like there's nothing good to be authentic about. So, oh man, what's up with hold on. What's up with lame being a single word insult? It's always been used as an adjective like you're a lame person or you're lame now because you're a lame. And I'm like a lame or what? It's just me though. I think it's just, being fake. I think it's just, you could probably exchange the word fake for lame. You're not really who you say you are. And, you aren't this high value man that you say you are. It's, the first thing that he said, he's like, I'm 6'4" and I have, $1 million. And then he said, I'm black, so it's like, well, two of those things you couldn't really control. You couldn't really control your height. You can't control your color. The fact that you made money, yeah, that's great. But you made it off of lies. Faking it till you made it.
You didn't think that your fans was gonna find out? Let me tell you about these fans on YouTube, bro. These dudes gonna find out everything about your life. You're gonna get doxxed. They're gonna find out if you blow up. You're gonna have somebody that wanna know what you do, where you been, anything that you saying that's not true, they're gonna fact check it and say that you didn't or didn't. And folks,
Yeah, especially now that he is under the microscope, he's going to have to be very, very careful on how he parses out his content and his words, because yeah, everybody's is now on alert for him now. We don't know what to trust.
folks spend money. So you on here showing your face, telling your name and everything like that, fam. And you out here, you down bad, bro. You down bad. Now these people about to get you, fam. It's not looking good, dog. It's not looking good, dog.
And I'm sure a lot of the Fresh and Fit audience has a lot of crossover with the No Fugazi podcast. I'm pretty sure of that. And we know from FNF that their fans, they will be so quick to find out some information on any of the guests that are on the show, do background checks. There are people that are just on top of that. And when it comes to the creators, if you are this creator that is coming out here saying all this stuff and then some pictures surface or some confessions from one of your past relationships comes forward, and it's like, now you got to answer to that. And it's a tough position to be in. So
it's you down bad for real, bro. So sorry for them white kids, man. Damn. For Christmas too.
It's right around the corner, man.
Why you gotta do them like that? So guys, we think it's your boy O'Shea Jackson back in again with another episode of
Yeah, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, man. That was a very entertaining video. But yeah, just shedding more light on the whole David Cooley thing. So we are about, let's see, how long is this? We're about an hour in, so I guess we can get to the main topic of the show, the reason why you guys are all here. Let me make sure I know where I put it. So let's see. I saved it. Or freshen his one-liners. Let me see.
How much do you guys...
Oh, did you guys see the speaking of getting doxxed, did you guys see Nick Fuentes? He sprayed pepper spray at a woman that I guess was trying to expose him or dox him and stuff. And she basically, I know we talk about Nick Fuentes a lot on this the last couple videos, but yeah, it's kind of unavoidable now. Yeah, he got doxxed, and some lady came to his house, and I don't know if this shows it. No, it doesn't show it. I need to find that video. Let me see.
This is what Myron would say, right?
No, that's not it. You know what? I don't think it's... Oh, you know what? It's not going to be on here because I know that it was on the Telegram. Basically, it was the whole video of the lady. I'll just say what it is because I can't show that video, unfortunately. The lady comes up to the door. Immediately, Nick opens the door, pepper sprays her. She falls to the ground. And she has her camera phone or whatever. So you see the video of the camera phone. He uses his foot to kick the phone inside the house. And then he's like, that was a woman? It sounded like a guy pretending to be a woman. You know what? I'm not going to judge. Maybe you're right. It is 2024. What is a woman? That's kind of up for question, I guess you could say. It might have been a man that was presenting as a woman, possibly. But yeah, the news article said that it was a lady, and I'm just going to say it was a lady for this meeting. But yeah, so she drops the phone, and you see a little sideways video, and you see Nick kick the phone into his house. I guess just kick it into his doorway. And then he closes the door, and then, he picks up the phone, and then the video ends after that. So yeah, he took that lady's phone. I don't know if she got it back, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure she somehow was able to contact the authorities by somebody else's phone or whatever. But yeah, man, people out here getting doxxed. It's kind of crazy. Let me see. I think it was on. Hold on, I don't want to show this. Get out of this. This was the most recent thing. I don't really want to show this. It was under the Discord. Let me go back here. Oh, yes, here we go. Let's go ahead and show that.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently a hater, they did a call-in show on Friday, which I completely missed. I was too busy at work, couldn't really get away, and I found out about this later. I was like halfway, the show was already halfway going, and I was like, damn, dude. But yeah, I guess they were also calling for haters towards the end, and I was just like, damn it, dude, I can't get away, unfortunately. And I will just, I had my notes, but I do know that now when they do like a supporter call-in show, you have to pay money. And I was like, I'm not going to pay you guys because I didn't pay you guys before. But then I know Myron is doing this thing where the Castle Club is free. All you have to do is provide your email address. And I'm like, I'm not doing that either. So yeah. Cabo says, I read somewhere the lady who showed up was the one who doxed him. I don't know if that's true. I believe it was. I believe it. Yeah, that is true. From what I saw in the video, because I saw the whole video, the video is probably about a minute long. It happens pretty quick. Like she opens she like knocks on the door, he opens the door, and boom, hits her with the pepper spray. She's down. He kicks the phone back. He closes the door. And I think somebody even made like an album cover. And it's like a black and white album cover of Nick Fuentes staring down. And it looks kind of crazy, whatever. It's kind of like a little off-centered. And it says, "Your body, my choice." It's like, it has a little parental advisory on the lower right corner. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. You guys will make a rap album out of anything. But yeah, so this is the video of this caller calling in, and basically what I wanted to do is kind of critique this caller, because I'm not saying that I'm like the ultimate like fresh and fit hater. I'm definitely not. There are people out there that actually hate these guys, and I just had critiques, man. That's it. I don't really hate these guys. I mean, more power to them. I hope they get remonetized, and hopefully they can get back on the right track, and hopefully they don't have to like lose their whole thing. But we know Myron is going to be stuck in his ways, and Fresh is going to be trying to save it all. But yeah, let's just get to the video. Is Myron the real reason behind Fresh's success? Caller says it all. This is the video. It's about 10 minutes, and we'll pause and see where this guy went wrong and what I would have done to make it better.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah, hello?
Yep. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what's going on, man? I wanted to ask Fresh a question.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Fresh, I wanted to know, right, as a man.
Myron, why are you picking your nose on camera, bro? Cameras are rolling. Got cameras on both of you. Let's, what are you doing, man? Don't pick your nose on
Fresh,
camera.
I wanted to know, right, as a man, how does it feel to know that the only reason you're successful is based on the talent of Myron?
So this move that Myron is doing, he did it on my call as well. But yeah, the question that he said, how does it feel as a man to realize that all your success is because of the talent of Myron? Now, I kind of have a little issue with that question, because it's not really specific. It's kind of nebulous about success. It's kind of assuming a lot in the question. I think what would have the better way he would have said it is, how do you contribute to the success of this platform? That's what I would have said. That's a little bit more direct. That's a little bit more focused of a question. That's what I would have said. But it still kind of set the tone for the line of questioning that this guy's going to do. Myron already sees it. He's like, okay, it's one of these calls again. Fresh is going into his old mode of like staring at the camera, trying to be stoic. And yeah, this is not the way he should have phrased that question. He should have been a little bit more direct.
How's it feel?
You could hear, I don't know if that's Big Mo or who's the other guy? Bill's in the back saying, "Oh, brother." He's like, "Oh, brother." Let's listen to it.
Based on the talent of Myron.
Oh, brother.
How's it feel?
Yeah, how does it feel to know that if it wasn't because you met Myron, you would still be working at Chick-fil-A or whatever it is you used to do?
Yeah, see, this is another problem that I have. He should have researched better as far as, you know, his work. I mean, the video is already out there that he took a temp position trying to work under Grant Cardone. He failed that miserably. He did Wix.com. And then he has also said recently on a Twitter space that he worked with social media, I guess, like following other creators and stuff and learning the secrets of how to be successful for 5 years. So him going all the way back to Chick-fil-A, that means he's not, I'm not saying that you have to be like super, like, know everything about this guy in order to ask him questions, but he's going pretty far back.
What was my last job?
Your last job? I don't know, man. I thought one time I heard you say something about Chick-fil-A, but
And Fresh thinks that this is a dub, you know, because he basically just dunked on him because he doesn't have all the information. I think he needs to have at least the basic stuff, you know, like the fact that he was working at Wix, you know, and then the whole social media thing for 5 years and trying to blow things up and being a master networker and all that stuff. I'm not here to defend Fresh, but I just think that if you're going to question this guy, you need to be a little bit more focused, maybe take some notes and just kind of stick to your script. Try not to, I mean, not everybody can freeball it. Okay. That definitely don't freeball it. Come with notes.
I don't know, something that wasn't as successful as what you're doing now. That's what it was.
Shout out to all my Chick-fil-A people, man.
How does it feel to know that if Myron was to like just not be cool with you no more or fell out with you or something like that, you would be done? Like you wouldn't be able to make money anymore, you wouldn't be able to sustain your lifestyle anymore because the money you make now is 100% based on the intelligence and the talent of Myron Gaines.
Now, there's no way that you could know that. The fact that, you know, they get the money, well, I guess the money that he gets through his investments and also through the luxury car rental business that he has set up. You know, I guess, you know, after you get a certain stage, you know, you want to start diversifying and getting multiple streams of income. Yes, they do get a percentage of, you know, money from the subscribers to the Castle Club. Excuse me. And the donations through like Rumble Rants and all that stuff. But they're not getting crazy amounts of money. It's not like whatever podcast where they were getting like, you know, $3,000 a show. It's nothing like that. And also, you know, the amount of money that they need to sustain the podcast, pay all the employees, they probably get paid last when it comes to how they divvy up the money. So, yeah. The fact that he claims to say that all of his money comes from the show, that's not true either. Unfortunately, he needs to be a little bit more informed on that.
Not yours.
What's the show called?
Now, I hate that this. Okay, what is very feminine about what Fresh is doing is that he is answering questions with questions, and I know you guys probably find that irritating. That's pretty much the thing that I would zero in on. I would be like, I'm not answering that. I want you to answer my question. And you know, you might be at a stalemate, but it's almost like you got to kind of stand your ground on the questions that you have. Even though that question that the guy posed was not a particularly, you know, good, it was more of a statement rather than a question. I think that Fresh asking another question is basically derailing his question, and it's a trap. Don't fall into it.
It's called Fresh and Fit.
Okay. Just wondering.
Did you guys see that? These little captions here? It said, hold on, let me roll that back. So Fresh says, what is the show called? You guys can probably see that right there in yellow.
It's called Fresh.
It's called Fresh and Sit. Oh, that's pretty funny. I mean, the caption's got it wrong, but yeah, he does just sit, but he is fresh. He fresh and sit. But yeah, the caption's got it wrong, but I think that's pretty hilarious because it's kind of true. He just sits there, and Kavos with the cope laugh. Yeah, when he knows that he is being exposed, he can't. His brain doesn't move as fast as most people that get into debates. So yeah, he's just gonna laugh it off, and he's gonna deflect with other questions. That's just what he does.
Okay. Just wondering.
He thinks that's a dunk. It's not a dunk.
Yeah, but can you answer my question? I mean, you're kind of saying like random stuff. Can you answer my question?
What's the goal here, my friend?
So again, he's deflecting. He's gonna basically try to turn it now on the caller, and this is kind of an effective way of not having to answer the question, but at the same time, he is kind of exercising. He's kind of like showing his value now. He's like, look, by turning it on the caller, making him seem pathetic. Like, how is this line of questioning? How are my answers going to benefit you, basically? And I'm sure Fresh learned this from Saint and the Sinner. That's like kind of the things that he does in terms of haters that call into his show. He really kind of turns it on them and makes it seem like, hey, how will this benefit you? You coming to my show and hating on me? Like when he said that, that's literally what I got from that was Saint and the Sinner probably taught him that.
What do you mean? The goal of my question?
Yeah. What's the goal here?
Well, the goal is because I wanted an answer to it, but it's also kind of crazy to me that after everything Myron has done for you, he's made you basically made you rich, and you still kind of snake him a little bit, like like that whole Zerka thing, the things you say on Twitter, like those little shady, anybody who's got half a brain can kind of see what you're getting at, and it's kind of like, this guy made you rich, and for you to still be so unappreciative, I mean, that's kind of crazy. I mean, kudos to Myron for staying loyal to you and still fucking with you, but yeah, that's crazy, bro.
So you think I snake Myron?
So this line of questioning, do you think I snaked Myron? I mean, he's just said that you do snake Myron. So this is a tactic that Fresh has. He basically just reiterates what you asked him, and then he'll basically kind of do like a feedback loop of you restating what you said in order to kind of bide time for him to come up with a response. But he never comes up with a response. He just keeps recircling the line of questioning.
I think you what?
Snake Myron?
I think you shade Myron because, for example, like we know Myron is cool with Zerka. We know Myron is cool with, NF. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm talking about. I don't need to say the full name. But you go on the internet, you know what I'm saying, and you go on Twitter and you say the things you say about, you know what I'm saying, the Cha-Ching people, and you go and say what you say about NF and Zerka, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, bro, like, those are the people he messes with. These are topics he likes to talk about. Why are you on the internet pretty much against it, being contrary, you know what I'm saying, to that? Like, that's mad weird, bro. Like, you owe your life to this man, if you ask me.
No, I don't think this is a good argument. Him basically saying, hey, you have different views from Myron. I don't think that's a good enough argument. That's kind of their dynamic, is that Fresh is more, reserved and, kind of beta in his whole way he lives his life. And then you got Myron, who is a little bit more direct, and, he's willing to face consequences and say stuff to be provocative and be out there, whereas Fresh is a little bit more like, oh, I don't want to say. He won't say anything at all, So that's kind of how they're different. But challenging his separate views, something be different than Myron, that's not really a good argument. We don't want Fresh to be Myron. We want Fresh to be something other than just a person that just is along for the ride. We want him to actually contribute. That is the most important thing. Sonic says, the one thing that is missing from this call is the charm. This felt more like an attack. Still respect the call, though. Well, the thing is, the reason why it's not effective is because first of all, he's not that, he doesn't know too much information about him. So I don't think he was ready to make this call. In terms of the facts, I don't think he has his facts in order. That's another thing. I think that, you need to have all your facts on a list of stuff that you want to address in order to be able to not get thrown off. One thing in my call was that I did have notes that I had written, and I had pretty much had gone over it over the last couple days and stuff, and then when the time came for me to finally do it, I didn't have my notes, but I had it pretty much reversed in my head of how I was going to approach it, but I also had a way of doing it without attacking Fresh. I didn't want to come off as someone who was going to attack him, but I wanted to just ask him legitimate questions in order to kind of shed light on why he is not needed. Because if the things that he does isn't evident, and we can't see it, and he can't tell us what he does, and his only excuse is that, oh, why do I need to admit to you? Why do I need to tell you? Who are you? I wanted to just kind of, I guess, shed light that, yeah, this guy, he doesn't have much to brag about. So it just kind of made it, kind of clear that, if you don't have anything that you do that you can say that you can be like, I don't want to brag, well, then there's an issue there. We're not asking you to brag. We're just asking you to just simply tell us what you do. And, being vague about stuff is, it's gotten them this far. I don't even think it's faking it till you make it. It's like withholding information until you make it. So,
well, I didn't ask you, but also, it's my opinions, my thoughts. Okay. I don't agree.
It's your thoughts, but it affects the platform. It affects him.
No, it doesn't.
Whether,
actually,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
actually, this.
See, what's unfortunate about this call is this guy is glazing Myron now, because he is basically looking past the racism that Myron has, and everything that he has done to make this show tank. It's all Myron's fault. That's the truth. It's like Fresh is low-hanging fruit. Yes, he's very easy to kind of pick apart, but it's truly Myron who is the real issue of this show. The fact that he wanted to push forward with topics that were not safe for YouTube, that were not safe for sponsors, that got him, demonetized and everything. It was him not thinking about anybody else other than his own ideals. Myron is the reason why they're in this boat. I'm not saying that Fresh is the reason as well. I think Fresh was just in the boat with him when he was taking it down. So
this is why I know you don't know anything about what's happening behind the scenes or how things work. Actually, content creation or business itself, my views actually help the show.
Yeah.
By the way, if you didn't know.
You said your.
So his views help the show. Now, I guess what I guess I could take from that is that him saying that, yeah, we shouldn't talk about the JQ. We shouldn't have certain guests on here that are going to, ding our platform. That would probably be like his views, but like the way that Fresh has presented this, it's like the things that he says are what save the show, when really he doesn't say that much. It's more in, I guess, the things that he does behind the scenes and says offline that we don't get to see as an audience. We know that he doesn't say much, but now that that's starting to change, he's starting to come at the general sense of what Myron stands for and how it's not good for the platform. He's come out and said, with other guests, kind of, indirectly to Myron that, yeah, we shouldn't partner with people that are just going to use us and get us deplatformed and then leave us high and dry. you know, this is all kind of common sense stuff, but it's like it's too little, too late. It's after the fact, so it's kind of like it's like somebody telling you "I told you so," when you know it's already what's done is done.
Views helps the show.
100%.
How does you going contrary to the things that Myron says on Twitter and attacking his friends and disproving of his actions? How does that help the show?
Well, you're smart enough to do the research.
So you can't ask him a question that he's gonna have to answer because he's just gonna be like, well, you know, you can learn, you can look it up yourself, you know, since you're so into, you know, the reason why I'm not needed, you know.
Arguing with Myron on the show,
I think
about his opinions on things.
If you
or
See, now they're just talking past each other. He's not even listening to him. He's just trying to get his points out. And Fresh is not taking any of this in, and he's not going to respond to it. So it's almost kind of like this is kind of a waste right here.
Arguing with Sneeko on the show about.
That was the one difference between my call and this call, is that I did give them time to say something, and then when it was my turn to speak, I did speak, you know. I think that's kind of an effective way to have a civil discourse with someone, is to listen to what they have to say, and if there is a pregnant pause where they're just like, you know, oh, I contribute to the show, and I just don't say anything because I'm waiting for him to say how he contributes, and it's just like this weird pause. It just kind of hangs himself, because now the onus is on him. The fact that he said that statement, oh, I do things for the show. But then, like, I'm just like, okay, I'm waiting to hear what you got to say. And then he just doesn't go into it. It's kind of a point towards me, because I didn't want to interrupt him, you know? But, so.
How he, you know, about what he does and things like that. How is these things, like, how does that help the show? Like, if anything, it just creates division. It makes people question, you know, you guys' friendship, you guys' relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? It almost makes you look kind of like you're betraying them a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? How does that help the show?
Let me ask you this, bro.
Not going to answer that question either. I'm just going to I'm going to answer your question with another question. If I was this caller, I would have been like, nope, don't ask me a question. Just answer my question. I would have stayed on it. You know, I would have been like, after you're done rambling, I'm going to go back and answer. I'm going to ask you the same question because you're not going to answer my question. And, you know, like I said, again, it might be a stalemate, but at least you're staying on task. I think that's kind of the most important thing of this whole interaction, is that this guy fell into too many traps when it came to conversing with Fresh. And you don't want Fresh to have the upper hand or be able to do these mental gymnastics over you, because I mean, you don't want to get outplayed by Fresh. That's an L.
What is me giving you an answer can help you with today?
I mean, no, I just feel like you've never really answered for any of these things. Myron has never confronted you, at least not, you know, publicly. I don't hear the callers confronting you about it. So I'm like, well, I want to hear your answer to these questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know what the audience thinks about you.
Let me get this straight.
You know what the audience thinks about you.
Let me get this
straight. You know what I'm saying? You know the audience believes that you bring nothing to the show. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, like,
he's starting to go on now. He's starting to ramble. I think he needs to just, if he's going to say something, he needs to just stop and give him an opportunity to respond to that. The fact is that if you spit out too many points, none of them are going to get responded to. That's why you got to go point by point. That was another issue I saw with this guy.
Myron talks about being, you know, a confident guy, you know what I'm saying, not taking BS from women, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, basically having respect for yourself. All that stuff Myron says basically comes down to have respect for yourself as a man, right? So explain to me how you got respect for yourself, right, when you're always doing things, you know what I'm saying, that almost makes the whole brand look bad. You know what I mean? Like you basically are the man Myron is telling people not to be.
Damn. That right there. I mean, basically, him's telling, that was a good line, but he needs to just like see what Fresh has to say on this one. But unfortunately, he keeps going, and you know, Fresh is in the pose right now where he's got his arms crossed. He's defensive, but he's going to shut down, you know? And I think you need to ask questions in a way to get him to talk, and not not make it so that he has to shut down and just be defensive to where he doesn't want to answer any questions. I think that's kind of where this guy pushed it. He pushed it to the point where Fresh doesn't want to respond, and he's not getting the answers he wants.
But you're doing it in front of the whole world, and you're on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that, bro? Like, do you have no respect for the show? Do you not have no respect for the brand, for Myron? Like, what's up with you, bro?
You know what's funny about these questions and these
Still, no answer. He's just gonna go on to something else.
assumptions? You obviously don't know anything behind the scenes.
Not
or
assumptions,
what's
bro. These are
happening.
things you've done.
And
an assumption is something that may or may not have happened. You did it. You did these things, bro.
What
like,
did I
these
do?
are facts, bro.
What-
like,
what did I do?
None of an assumption. The Miranda situation where academics came on the show, nigga, and he was on you about that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The whole situation.
See, this is very disorganized. Like he's trying to push out these points and stuff, but they're very sloppy, and he needs to take it bit by bit. Like I said before, the fact that he is trying to just blast through all these points, it's not good. It's not good. He's not giving Fresh a chance to respond back. He's hitting him with all this stuff, and he's just trying to cook him. But this is not the way to do it.
With that girl, you know what I mean? These are things that happen. The Chinese girl, these are things that happen. You know what I'm saying? These are things you've done. You know.
Instead of saying the things with the Chinese girl, he just would have been like, bro, like, you guys say that, well, you guys have different ideologies in terms of like family. Like Myron will say that family is, having families and stuff, that's what's good for the community and everything. But then he will go around and have multiple girls, and it's not going to lead to a family, if you have multiple girls, because, it's just not going to work. But then Fresh doesn't want to be tied down to a woman if they get pregnant. He wants to just be the single guy in Miami. So you got Fresh doesn't want to have a family. He wants to just do this thing of just banging as many chicks as possible, paying for box, and hopefully he doesn't get out. And if he does leak it, hopefully it's a W, but it never turns out that way. Coke Benny says the infamous, what's funny? Line of deflection. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like he's just resorting back to the playbook of deflection, bro. And, bro, like, you don't want to fall into these traps, man. Like, you don't want him to answer your questions with other questions. You don't want to give him control of this thing. You want it to be back and forth. You want to get your answers. You want to be objective. It's unfortunate that this call gets cut short through some means of either the guy hung up or Big Mo dropped the call. But that's jumping ahead. Let's finish this one out.
I'm saying girls come on the show, they disrespect you on the show, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't even say nothing. Myron got to back you up. Myron got to help you out. He got to save you. You know what I'm saying? You a grown man, bro. Fight your own battles, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be the man that you telling us to be, bro. Like, what kind of an example are you setting, right? And you over here getting...
Now, I think that is that's Myron. Myron or Big Mo laughing right now because, of course, they're putting the photo of Fresh's little dumb face over Fresh, and that's now getting Fresh to not pay attention to what this guy is saying and just laughing along with him. So now that's gonna make this guy be mad because he's just laughing at him and he's not actually objectively listening to him.
Getting punked out by girls, bro. Like, what's that? What is that on your own show? What is that? Huh? What you laughing
Y'all
about?
niggas
This
funny,
is not
man.
funny, bro. This is not funny. What you laughing about, bro?
It's funny to me.
Huh?
It's funny to me.
How? Why is it funny to you, bro? Why is that? Why is being a hypocrite funny to you?
You know what's funny is because you think I have to answer to you about what I do. I really don't.
Oh my God! See, that's a ledge. So this is what you gonna say.
Why are we having a call-in show then if you don't want to answer any questions? It's like we get that if any answer that Fresh will give to any line of questioning is probably going to make him look bad. So it would probably be best if you just weren't on camera, right? In order to not receive any of this hate? Do you think if Myron did a call-in show without Fresh, that haters would call in and address Fresh directly if he wasn't there? They probably wouldn't. They'd probably just address Myron then. They'd probably be forced to address Myron and possibly, ask him, hey, their line of questioning in terms of like the contradictions that he has. But because Fresh is there, Fresh is low-hanging fruit for a lot of haters, and he's easy to dunk on. But this guy right here, he fumbled the ball, unfortunately, and he's letting Fresh take control of the conversation by asking him questions. And yeah, it's all bad, bro. It's all bad.
Secondly,
So
no.
When somebody asks you directly about
hold
your
on.
actions,
You
the
want me to
answer
answer
is,
you? I'm answering
I
you.
don't want to answer.
Cabo says, I think Big Mo dropped the call. Dude, I 100% believe that he did drop the call, and then he played it off like, oh, he's gone, he hung up. I definitely think that's what happened, because Big Mo, they had a call-in show after the call that I did to them, and I tried calling in, and it just kept ringing. And then when I finally was put in the queue, Big Mo dropped my call. So I never got a chance to get on. And I remember putting it on the Length or Girth post that, yeah, dude, I called in and everything, because everybody's like, dude, why don't you call in? I'm like, no, I did. Big Mo dropped my call. And I think Big Mo, he screens the numbers and stuff like that. And since the call that I had and the call that Eventual Warlord had, like, we haven't been able to call back in since our calls. And I think it's because they block calls, man. Like so yeah. What was it? Coke Benny says Big Mo enables Fresh's stupidity. Absolutely, dude. 100%. He's the one that is like hitting that button whenever Fresh makes a point. And it's not, it's not working. My correct button's not working. There it is. That one. And Fresh, he never deserves a Don DeMarco. He doesn't ever say anything that's like so profound that you're like, wow, man, that really made me think. No, man. But yeah, Big Mo definitely, yeah, man, he encourages him.
I'm after you.
Huh?
So I don't know if you understand how business works and how creators work, companies work, but whatever I do, right, is for a reason.
Whatever I do is for a reason. What the fuck is that? Everything everybody does is for a reason. Like it's just that vagary right there. Again, I would have like stopped him right there, but like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you do you do? I'm like, yeah, I get everything we do for a reason. Like, that's not a point. It's like, why is it so hard to just say what you do, man? It's like, are you afraid that you're going to expose yourself for not contributing? Because you contribute so little that it's just like, no, I can't put it into words, man. I just do so much. It's like, no, man, we're here, Like, I don't understand. Like, why can't you just say it, man? Why do we have to like dance around it? And this is a dumb look Fresh has on his face. It's just every time I pause it, man, he's always like, duh.
And listen, you may not like what I do, you may not think it's manly, but to be quite frank with you, bro, your opinion of me, I really don't care about. So I'll just tell you,
it's not about my opinion. You actually making it about me. It's not about me. It's about you,
because
it's not about me, bro. I'm just confronting you on the things you've done, but it's not about me.
Like what?
You talking?
Yeah, see, Fresh, he takes like the easy bait, and he's just like, oh, here's an opening for me to get him to repeat what he just said, because he's like, the things that you do. Oh, what do I do? Like, I wasn't listening to the last 5 minutes of this conversation. Can you reiterate what I do? Because he wants to he wants the caller to state like concrete things that Fresh does. That way he can either confirm nor deny, and most likely just deny it. But no, I mean, if this guy were to come on and be like, look, man, we know that you are a master, I was about to say master manipulator. We know that you are a networker. Okay. We know that you make these contacts with the guests, whatever, you get them on and stuff. But what else, man? Like, what else do you do? And it's like, it's just so simple. It's so simple. But the thing is, like, the way that you ask it, you need to ask it in a way where it's not confrontational, you know? And if, you know, I think any way you ask him the question, he will take it as confrontational. He'll be like, why do I got to tell you? Who are you? You know? And honestly, if he were to say something like that to me, I was like, well, I think I just speak for a lot of people that enjoy this show and are possibly fans of you, and they want to know, you know? And if he's just like, well, I don't know them anything. Okay. All right. Well, then that makes sense then, that you don't care about your fans. You know, you only care about the times that you're getting demonetized. But when you are getting money, or, you know, getting donations, or getting Castle Club memberships and stuff like that, that's when you forget about the people that, you know, were there for you. So Cavo says, hey, Cam, do you think the fact that he never apologized to the fans for being exposed for lying is the reason why the fans don't respect him? Absolutely. I mean, that's definitely part of it. The fact that he never took accountability for the whole Daisy situation, knocking her up and stuff, lying to Myron about the bracelet. That would be a question I would ask. I'd be like, I wouldn't even ask it to Fresh. I'd be like, Myron, how do you deal with the fact that Fresh lied to you on camera about paying for the bracelet? He said that he never paid for the bracelet, but then it came out that there were receipts that he paid half of the bracelet. How do you reconcile with that? Do you know now that he lied and you forgave him for it? Or do you still believe what Fresh says? And I would just ask him, you know, I would completely bypass Fresh, but I would ask a question about Fresh to Myron, because I know Myron will at least give me an answer. And you know, Myron, Myron is so like, he'll just go ahead and say it, whether it makes Fresh look bad or not, because he's just like, look, man, I'll just say it because it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt me to say the truth about Fresh. So, whereas like Fresh is always constantly thinking about protecting himself and his circle. So
it's not about me, bro.
Okay, well, what did I do?
Huh? I just went over it, bro. What do you mean, bro? I just went over it. Why are you trying to make me repeat everything I just said, bro?
See, we're at a stalemate. It's like Fresh doesn't have a response for that, and we are forced to push the conversation forward and just, I guess, concede that point, like completely just let it go, because Fresh doesn't want to respond to that. So now you have to move on to your next point, and it's unfortunate because it's like, I just want you to answer to the things I'm asking about. Why is that so hard? You know, we are on a call-in show where people are calling in, whether they have critiques of the show. You guys wanted a hater. Here I am, you know, but you don't want to answer my questions. It's like, what's the point? What's the point of having this call-in show if you don't want to, if you want to be on camera so badly because you think that you're part of this show, but you don't want to actually contribute to the show? You just want to sit here, take deep breaths, and just look stupid all the time? It's like, how about take that backbone that you had a couple shows back when you wanted to talk, you know, you wanted to kind of check Myron a little bit indirectly. How about you kind of take that energy here? It doesn't seem like that's happening. It just seems like Fresh is, he's, what's the word? Fresh is going back. He's, God, I can't think. The word is on the tip of my tongue. Do you guys know it? He's recessing back to, regressing. That's what he did. He's regressing back to his old ways of, you know, not being accountable, being quiet, and just letting the other person kind of drive the conversation. And if Fresh can find a way to just get the other guy to talk more, then he can sit back and just, you know, it's so clear what he's doing.
Is that all?
Like, why you taking deep breaths and shit, bro? Like, answer the question.
For what?
See? It's like you would get more answers out of a brick wall, man. It's like, I don't get, man, how people like Fresh. Sonic, are you still there? Why do you like Fresh, man? I need to know, man. Do you think that the way that he's approaching this line of questioning do you think that this is right? Do you think that I mean, my brain is fried because of the way this guy has done his line of questioning and the way that Fresh has kind of like just been dancing this whole time. I can't respect this, man. I can't.
So you ain't got to answer.
Not to you.
Basically, you ain't got
Not
to
to
answer.
you, bro. Nigga, who are you?
That's crazy. So you don't.
And unfortunately, right here, this is where the phone call gets cut. It doesn't get cut. I'm sorry. It goes out, whatever. And this is unfortunate because I know the guy is still talking right now. He's talking, and it's getting cut. We can't hear it, and so now there's kind of like a what's it called? A disconnect in the conversation. Coco Penny says putting Sonic on the spot. Yeah, I mean the thing is like. Oh man. GG Allison, being quiet and not saying anything means why never offend anyone. That's the number one reason why Fresh is always quiet. And then Sonic says, "Cause of this behavior, laughed my ass off." You okay, it means you never get offended. Let me read that bit. Okay, so GG Allen said, being quiet and not saying anything means you never offend anyone. That's the number one reason why Fresh always stays quiet. Sonic says, honestly, yeah, that's why I said that there's no charm here. When you were on the call with him, you were so smooth with it. Well, thank you. But I think there just needs to be a little bit more structure and staying on task. That's the one thing. You got to stay on task when you're asking a line of questioning, and try to not divert into like insults or letting them go down a path that you don't want to go down, where it's like a weird tangent. So Sonic says, with someone like Fresh, you get movements like that. Moments, not movements. Oh, you get moments like that. Yeah, man. But that's the thing. Like, so his silence here, where he took like a deep breath and everything, the caller focused on that. Whereas when there was a silence when I called him, that was like a deafening silence because Myron, I think it was like, yeah, Fresh was like, well, anyhow. And then Myron was like, caller, what were the 4 points that, you said that Fresh does or whatever? Like, cause he was like, I basically, it was like the silence was like killing Fresh because I was waiting for him to reply with, my question and stuff when I was just like, look, man, you've never said anything. I said you had no quotable moments. And he's like, I've had a bunch of them. And I just got quiet because I wanted to hear if he had any. But he didn't say anything. And I think that was good. That was some people pick that up. They're like, wow, that was his moment to say something, but the fact that he didn't, that fucked him up.
Is that what you're saying?
I didn't hear anything you just said.
Yeah, let's wind back a little bit because it got cut. The guy was still talking and Fresh responding in that way. Fresh did not. What Fresh should have said was, "You cut out. Could you repeat what you said?" But Fresh is like, he's trying to get out of this as any way that he can.
So you don't. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't hear anything you just said.
Well, Myron.
Yeah, he just said your phone call. He said your call got cut. Can you repeat that? But he's just like, I didn't hear anything he said. Basically, this whole conversation, Fresh hasn't heard anything this guy said.
I just want you to see. Look, I just confronted this dude on all of these topics, and he ain't got nothing to say. He don't even got nothing to say, bro. Like the fact that you didn't jump in and save him, he had nothing to say, bro. I mean, I don't know if you've spoken to him about these things in behind the scenes or not, but look at the way he's reacting when I'm directly questioning him on his actions.
Yeah, see, unfortunately, you cannot appeal to Myron about his business partner. That's not how that works either. Myron is always going to have Fresh's back no matter what. And especially, just not calling Myron out for the messed up thing that he stands for. I would have just kind of said what I needed to say to Fresh, and then move on to Myron about whatever I had. But I don't know if this guy has an issue with Myron, which is, that's kind of concerning because I have issues with Myron as well. And I think he should have had just as much smoke for Myron as he did for Fresh. But it just seems like he didn't have it all together here, unfortunately.
That's all I'm saying.
Am I unmuted? Oh, look, man. This is the thing, bro. You guys always call in. You guys want to criticize Fresh and everything else like that. So I was like, you know what? I'll just have y'all talk, and I was obviously talking with the team behind the scenes.
Now, that statement that Myron just said, people are now theorizing that Myron put this caller up to this call. And they say that about my call, too. They say that Myron put me up to calling Fresh and all that stuff like that. And that's not true. That's not true at all. I think that people have legitimate concerns. People have legitimate criticisms and stuff. And not everybody is as, I guess, calculated as others. They just kind of they just spit it out. And, sometimes it comes out as word spaghetti or word salad, whatever you want to say. And then other times it comes out, we're like, wow, he made a valid point. I think it's important to always stay on task. If you have your points, make sure you have them written down and that you don't get thrown off of your points. This guy got thrown off a few times. Coke Benny, that moment when you said he has no quotable moments and Fresh says, I had a few. You can hear Mo saying a lot, actually, being that friend enabling his stupidity as usual. Yeah. And that was when he said a lot, actually, and then Fresh went ahead and repeated that. He's like, yeah, I got a lot. And then I was like, if you have a lot, let's hear it, man. But I didn't have to say that. The silence said that. But they were like, anyhow. So it's sometimes you got to let the silence, hang them. And, I think it all comes back to, it's kind of like how comedians, they kind of let the audience die down so they can digest the point, and then they hit them with another one. And, I think it's definitely a way to approach things. But yeah, it takes a little bit more calculation to do the conversations that way.
Bro, if you don't like Fresh, man, you don't like Fresh. I mean, I don't really know what to say anymore at this point. There's like an army of y'all niggas that just dislike Fresh. It is what it is, man. Like, there's really nothing's gonna change. It's like, bro, me and him have very different viewpoints. I know that you dislike the fact that he's not willing to talk about the JQ and other things like I am or whatever, but we have different views, man. And I think that's having different views makes things interesting sometimes.
We're not an
the whole different views thing, that makes, that's fine. That's a good reason why this dynamic works. But I do think that if this guy was going to address Myron as well, I would have asked him about the Controlled Chaos podcast and be like, what's happening with that, man? Like, I know that Sneeko is now had a falling out with Nick Fuentes. Like, are we still doing that podcast, or is that not happening anymore? I would have wanted to find out about that. That's what I would have said. Not that, I would have also, grilled Myron for the other things that I have prepared, but I mean, that's kind of topical. That's something that he had planned for, that had, it kind of got kiboshed, and now he's got to kind of, backtrack a little bit and try to figure out, what he's going to do with that. But I think that's something that a lot of people, I guess, are interested in and would want to know. And yeah, that's something there. Let's back it up a little bit.
Or whatever, but we have different views, man. And I think that's having different views makes things interesting sometimes.
We're not an echo chamber.
We're not an echo chamber,
I love it how he says we're not an echo chamber, and then Myron repeats it. So it's kind of like an echo.
So that's really what it is. Obviously, if you want like networking and, more social stuff and being able to build connections with people.
See, right now, Myron is sort of like, saying what Fresh does. He is basically in charge of this is one thing that I can say is that Fresh will hire the people that are talented enough to make the clips of the show to go on the Shorts channel. He doesn't edit anything, but he finds the people to do that. That's his contribution. When it came to the new studio and stuff, like getting people to do the backgrounds and the lighting and all that stuff like that. No, he didn't lift a finger, but what he did was hire people to build up that studio, you know, in the way that Myron wanted it. Myron had a vision in his head, and Fresh had the money to basically hire the people to get it done. So that's how the contribution works. It's not that he doesn't do anything. He has money, but he had nothing. If he had no money, dude, I don't know. I don't know how he could contribute if he had no money.
Offline, that's Fresh's specialty, using Instagram for pulling chicks, whatever. And then if you want more stuff that's like raw, covering geopolitics, covering some things that, aren't necessarily as
Look at Big Mo pulling up the Rumble rant. Let's see this hater's IG again. They're just, I don't know, what is their obsession with looking at people's other men's IGs, I guess, so they could like diss him on his physicality. I don't understand how that, they're not going to do that here, unfortunately, because the call got dropped.
YouTube friendly, etc., then obviously I do that stuff more. So like we're just different people, bro, with different viewpoints. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you're attacking him for his worldviews on certain sensitive topics, when in reality people can have different opinions.
And the calls dropped, basically.
Still there? Did he hang up?
He left.
Oh, he left?
What the fuck? I ain't even touch it. Bro, listen.
And this is where Fresh will he gets his confidence back again, because now he's like, oh, it's over. No more hater on the line.
Any more haters? Because this is fun to me, bro. Keep calling, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we're different people, bro. To be honest.
You want more haters so you can not answer them. I don't see the point of that, Fresh. Come on now. This is like, I'm tired of this shit, man. like if they were to go back to the original type of call-in shows where just like anybody could call in, there was no like having to pay to get on the show, like just do it like you did it before. Let me on and I will do what I need to do. But these guys are like, no, we're going to have supporter call-in shows where it's just Castle Club members and people that are, want to donate through Castle Club. It's like, it's like, fuck that shit, dude. I'm not paying these guys.
Honest, like, and the reason why I didn't step in is because you guys always say, "Oh, Bar's got to come in and save you," and all those other bullshit. So I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna let Fresh talk to this guy. And to be honest, I didn't have my headphones on for half of it. So
but you know what's crazy about
with these guys in the back.
This whole.
And some people, that's the point. People think that Myron basically left Fresh out to dry, to fend for himself, and I think it's some people think it's passive aggressive. They're like, oh, when Fresh was getting cornered by this hater, Myron was like, yeah, fucking grill him, dude, cook him, because I can't cook him. Like I can only do like one or two lines, but I can't do like a whole segment where I'm just cooking him for all of his inadequacies. I have to, let other people do it. And I'll just be over here behind the scenes, laughing with Big Mo and Bills. So
whole debate on this whole like attack on me is they want me to be you. And I myself, guys, whether you like it or not.
False. We don't want you to be Myron, Fresh. We want you to be something other than just a person who doesn't answer questions and just sits there and wants to end the show. We want you to actually contribute. You've been making some strides and you've been making some choices. You've had some choice words. You've lashed out at a few people. You've called out some things on some bullshit. I think that's good. I think you just need to keep going with that. But the fact is that whenever these call-in shows happen, you revert back to the old you. And you said, hey, this is a new Fresh. I'm going to be more based. I'm not going to care. And I'm going to just say whatever's on my mind. But now you're being a lot more like the old Fresh. And that is a regression that nobody wants to see.
Hey, this is Fresh. I don't confront people. I don't care about like explaining to you why I do what I do. Quite frankly, bro, I don't need the clout. What I do is really hard work behind the scenes. And if you don't...
It's hard for him. It's hard for him. I don't think what he does is hard behind the scenes, but maybe if you told me what you did, we would be able to assess whether it's hard or not. But I think it's hard for you. I don't think it's hard in general.
I mean, honestly speaking, you don't need to know what I do. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Once the show's running, Myron's here. You guys like Myron? Cool. You guys get help, advice. That's awesome. Change your life? Amazing. But what I have to do is not shown always. And listen, I'm not the best speaker, but I'll tell you this though. The value.
GG Allen, when is Fresh's So Lady shirt coming out? Dude, I was actually thinking about putting that on my stream deck, like having just the button where he has that whole line where he's like, so ladies, you know, let us know your name, age, you know, all that stuff, like all of that little like 1 minute line all on a button and just completely negate his whole position on the show. But no, you could totally do that as a Fresh and Fit t-shirt and just have it in the same cadence of how he says it. I think it'd be great. It's funny that you said t-shirt because kind of the way that I approached my call with Fresh is like, hey, I have a book that I'm writing about you and how your contributions to the show. It kind of creates like a little bit of intrigue. I don't know if you guys remember when Fresh and Fit were doing like a t-shirt contest because they wanted to add like new shirts to their merch and everything. I wanted to approach my questioning with Myron as through like a t-shirt kind of thing. Like, hey, I got a couple ideas for a couple t-shirts and I was wondering, you know, if I could get your opinion on them. Just like a few of those. I don't have my my paper is actually in the car right now, but the paper would say, or I'm sorry, the t-shirt would say, I haven't eaten box since 2013 or 2014. I think that's when he said he hasn't eaten box. I haven't eaten box since 2013 or 2014. The next one would be like, men are superior to women in every way. Shit like that. And it would just, you know, it would say Fresh and Fit on the back. And it would just be like, you know, really like kind of questionable quotes that Myron has said that once Myron sees it on a t-shirt, you're like, oh, this sounds kind of sus, you know, but it would progressively get worse and worse. And I think another t-shirt was going to say, when it comes to giving head, even gay dudes got women beat on that. And then on the back would say Fresh and Fit. I was just like, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. But no, I wanted to, that's just kind of a little, like a taste of like what, off the top of my head, what I was going to say to my lines of questioning to Myron. I was going to kind of frame it as like a t-shirt kind of thing, but also, hey, I got a couple of questions and it's going to be fairly easy for you to answer, just true or false, you know, and just go through about 20 to 25 true or false things, and it just gets progressively worse. And then like by the end of it, you're just like, wow, Myron is sus, but you know, you didn't call him sus, but you just asked questions to kind of get him to say things that he believes in. But besides that, you know, there's a lot more to it. You know, there's a lot more stuff, you know, confronting him on the racism, you know, confronting him on worshiping white supremacists and stuff and stuff like that. But there's a lot more. I think there's like a couple seconds of this thing left, but yeah. Let's listen to the rest of it.
Value add is immense, so it works.
The value that Fresh adds is immense. If it's so immense, can you just give us a little bit of what you do, man? Like there's nothing, man. There's nothing there. It's like I don't get how both of them have to like keep this as a secret. It's like Myron could just say it, you know, but Myron won't say it because Fresh is like, do not expose what I do or what I don't do. You know, we have to keep this charade going because it's just like I can't prove all these people right. We can't have that happen. I think it was I was gonna say if I was gonna go back a little bit, there was a post on Length or Girth that said that Fresh he colors in his beard. Not that it matters, you know. I know that a lot of men, especially on like TikTok and stuff, they're doing the thing where they Sharpie their beard, and because it's like thinning out here. I think that might be true. Somebody posted a picture of Fresh like pretty close up to the camera, and it was like Yeah, it was just stupid. I think next time, if you ever get another call with them, if Fresh doesn't answer your questions, immediately move over to Myron. I feel like there would be more substance with him. Why waste time with Fresh, you know? No, 100%. Like, if I do get on another call-in show, I'm not even going to say anything to Fresh. I'm just going to go straight to Myron, because at least I know that he will be able to answer direct questions. And especially if I frame it in like a true or false kind of thing, you know, like that's easy enough. Yeah, Fresh has definitely shown us in this call that it's basically, you would get more answers out of a brick wall. You'd get more answers out of talking to a tree, you know. Anything, you'll just get more frustration trying to address him. So
yeah, so
fucking Big Mo.
And I only came in to say something because you know, Fresh was done talking.
Yeah.
And that's it. Oh, hold on. That was oh wait, hold on. So we are on the Raw Reality video. Let's see where we're at. We're at 943K views. What I typically do, let me see. Let's go to sort by newest. And then I always like to read these comments. Let me see if I can zoom into this so you guys can see it. Okay. So it says, oh, hold on, go back. I've always wondered what Fresh does. When he speaks, nobody listens. Myron got so many eaters. Dang, I'll be bashing my boy Fresh like crazy. The L in Fit show. Well, I hope you guys like the title of my video, the Weeks in Fit show, the Week in Fit show. When he said it's only 3 pages because that's all I could really come with, I died laughing. That's great. I love this stuff, man. I could read this shit all day. Frustration. That's a good one. Frustration. Gigi Allen. Did Fresh have to audition to get on the show? How did he get on to begin with? Now, the origin of Fresh and Fit was, I believe they were on a podcast together. I can't remember the person's name, but somebody said that, hey, Myron was doing the fitness thing and Fresh was doing the pranks thing, and they thought that it would be good to have them introduce to each other. And yeah, I guess they had a good show and stuff, and they, I guess, had similar views, I guess, as far as like, you know, dating girls and stuff like that. And then they went ahead and just I guess they started hanging out, and then they did a show with a couple girls. It was like late at night. They're like, let's just do a podcast, you know, with these girls on. And I guess the show kind of blew up, and then yeah, it was like they're like, yeah, this is a good idea. We should probably keep doing this. And yeah. So let's see, what is it? You worried about another man? You got kids, bro. Wow, how petty. Relatively fit is relative, IG. Yeah, these guys are such little girls who can't take criticism for real. Yeah, it's true, man. Most toxic show ever. Yeah. Now, okay, just to refresh everybody's memory, people that haven't seen me or whatever, or know who I am, this video is only like 17 minutes, but when you blow through it and you see like, oh, like I didn't waste any time, you can definitely see like
I assess things that need to be fixed.
Sorry. You see that like I'm literally just, okay, first thing I do, I let them know kind of like the line of work that I do. I look at things all day and I assess problems, and I'm a problem solver. So I figure out how to fix things. And I knew that if I just approached it in this professional kind of like human resources type way, they wouldn't like, or what's the one guy said it as they said I'm a quality assurance manager or something. If I would just approached it like in a way where I'm like, look, I'm not trying to hate, you know, but I just want to make a few points and just go through it. Like they had no what's the word? No choice but to just listen to what I had to say. And I think that was the key, was just to get out all my points and then hopefully move on to Myron with all my points. But, you know, we all know how that ended. But it's like you see that this was before Myron had any type of well, Myron is still going to defend Fresh, but Fresh had no backbone whatsoever. This was before he was like, oh, I'm going to be more based and all this stuff. We're not going to watch this. This is just like something that I always come back to every once in a while. I don't even watch the video. I just like to read the comments, like the new comments on what people say. And I always like laugh at it. So when he said, oh my God, the 48 Laws of Power comment was the cringiest thing I'd ever seen. It made me nauseous. Dude, it wasn't that good. It was just like kind of a get rid of me kind of a deal. And I saw through it. I should have told, it's crazy because I see things that I see it later. I'm like, man, I should have told him I read that book already in like the 11th grade, like back when it first came out. And he doesn't really exude anything that would suggest to me that, yeah, you are you are really exuding some law of power here. Like, I should have really said something. Saint and Sinner did do a Why Fans Hate Fresh and Love Myron. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I do want to watch a little bit of this just to kind of shed some light on what he thinks about it. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan of really all of Saint and Sinner, but what he says is that you have, I guess, people that are of low IQ, they will attack people and not their ideas, or they'll just talk about people instead of actually doing what's the word? I guess instead of acting on, trying to improve their lives, they just try to tear other people down. Now, that's not something I was trying to do. People are like, oh, you're trying to sow seeds of division with Fresh and Fit. You're trying to like tear this whole thing down. I'm like, no, that wasn't my position at all. I was trying to make the show better. But people saw it as like, oh no, you're cooking this guy, you're a hater and all that shit. And, at this point, I'm just like, look, man, I'm going to just move forward with this book. I'm going to drop it. It's coming soon. And yeah, when it happens, it's going to happen. We're just going to skim through this real quick because I'm not going to watch this whole hour and 46 minutes. Right now, we're at 2 hours, 22 minutes. I just want to hear what Saint the Sinner has to say about this hater.
People start to favor Myron in a fan capacity, fanatical. And this is very common in our society. The culture is broken down. You don't have gods. You don't go to your church and worship your God. You might be a fan of Lil Wayne. He's your God. Might be a fan of someone on the internet. They're your God. And you form a cult around their personality. And then you forget how things evolved. And as a result, then you start to overvalue one aspect of the party and devalue the other aspect. And because you are a jealous, low-life person who's not achieved what you want to achieve in life, you look for someone to tear down.
See, that right there, he's pigeonholing all haters as people that we haven't achieved what we want to achieve, so we're just going to tear people down. That's not true at all, man. Like, my position, I have no dog in this fight, in this red pill fight. I'm not here to say, what I think is right. I'm just here to say that, yeah, you're just the way the show functions. I think the show could function better. I wasn't even trying to like tear the whole thing down, and I also think that's kind of like a reason why the call was so successful, is because it wasn't like an indirect hit. It was like I was just direct about all the points, but it wasn't done in a malicious way. I think there's lines that you can walk when it comes to when you're asking somebody a line of questioning, that you're not trying to derail it into like insults and ad hominems and all that stuff like that. You just want to get to the point of things. And but the fact that Saint the Sinner, he believes that anybody that questions you or has like any type of critique of you is a hater, a low life, a person that hasn't achieved a lot in life. And I don't think that's true. That's not true. Not in all cases.
And I'll tell you why. Because you start looking at Fresh and you say, you know what? I look better than him. You know what? I'm taller than him, or I'm just as good as him, or I dress better than him, or I can speak better than him. He can't even talk. He's on a podcast. How you got a job where your primary job is talking, and you can't talk? I could be better than him, and you want his spot. That's where that comes from. Let's be real here.
Not true. I don't want his spot. That was what a lot of people said in the comments of the video of the call, is that well, some people said it in a nice way. They're like, this guy should be in the spot, or this guy should be on the podcast. Not necessarily this guy should host the podcast, but this guy should be on the podcast because, like, you know, he's making some valid points. Whereas, you know, you got a guy that is just kind of sitting there and just, you know, chiming in every once in a while with some ad libs, or, you know, or saying stuff, saying a lot of the same stuff, you know, like red flag, or she got no ass, or, you know, BBC gang, shit like that. Is just like, rather than a mannequin with a trash bag put over it, you could just get like a little plushy doll of Fresh that says like 4 or 5 things, and just press the button, and it will work for every situation. That will work too.
You look around at your little apartment and your little beat up car, and then you see him doing his thing. You see his nice apartment and his Rolls Royce car and his Lamborghini and Maserati, and you think, how in the heck does he have that and I don't have it? And then you say he's gotten a free ride based on Myron, and you ask yourself, well, why couldn't I have been in that position? Why couldn't I have been so lucky?
Satan the Sinner, unfortunately, has a bias towards Fresh and Fit because they're both friends, you know, like he doesn't see like what on the outside perspective, because he understands that if he were to criticize Fresh, that would sever their relationship, their business relationship. You know, he wouldn't be able to come on the show because of what, you know, how he really feels. So he has to kind of back Fresh and Myron and stuff. I do think that he has a lot of respect for both of these guys, just for the way that they do things and how their dynamic works. But I just think that Satan the Sinner, he's not a good judge of this whole situation. Like he's not a good person to give his take on it because he has a bias towards Fresh. Whereas if he was kind of like on the outside of this whole thing, he would actually be able to be a lot more objective about it. But because he's friends with him, he's going to defend him.
That's the truth, whether you would admit it or not. That's the only thing that would get you to hate on a complete stranger.
Yeah, it's not hate. I have no hate for Fresh. I just think that the show would operate better without him. I've said that before, you know. I think I even said at the end, I was like, look, I don't care anything about Fresh, you know. I don't. Like, I think more good to him that he has, you know, a nice car and, you know, has a good life and all that stuff and is on this podcast. I just think that it's just what does he do? What does he contribute? I mean, if he contributes a lot behind the scenes, then yeah, he should just be behind the scenes, because he has no charisma in front of the camera. And, you know, maybe he can work on that. But I'm not trying to, like, if they don't want to change it, they don't want to change it. The thing is, I only went up there to just say what I wanted to say. I wasn't trying to, like, you know, if they wanted to take those points, which I think Myron kind of took some of it in, because, you know, he was like, oh, I said, you know, maybe you should have some people that could match your energy. And then here we come with the Controlled Chaos podcast with, you know, Sneeko. I said, you know, maybe Sneeko or not Sneeko because, you know, he's banned. He's like, well, we can do the podcast with Sneeko. You know, I can also do it with Nick Fuentes, and I can do it with Elijah Schaefer. You know, we're all very controversial, and they all kind of match my energy. So I think he took some of that in.
A complete stranger who's done you no harm. And in fact, oppositely, he's done you a great service. He's giving you hope. He's giving you a bit of confidence, if only by putting him down. And he's giving you great content over the years. And you hate on him as though he's done something to harm you, as though he doesn't like you, as though he even knows who you are, as though he has malicious intent to you. And we've all, unfortunately, been in the position where we look up and see someone who has something we want and think that we're better than him. And let me help all of you all out. And I do this to lift up all of us. I challenge you that if you say that you're better than Fresh, Walter Weeks, if you believe that you're better than Fresh, Walter Weeks, prove it. Go get more money than him. Go drive better cars. Get more beautiful women who actually love you.
Does Fresh have beautiful women that actually love him? Are his cars or are they rented? You know, it's like any of this is like a lot of the stuff. I mean, we've already know that, the money that he gets it through his connections and through the podcast and stuff that was built up by Myron. So it's like, it's kind of a false start with Fresh. Like, yeah, he had money that was from his, I think it was like his parents, whatever, that basically was able to give him enough to put forward and to the podcast to invest in it and everything and get it jump started. He didn't earn all that money. The money that in the beginning, that was like given to him. So I don't know. I don't think that's a valid point that Saint has here. I think everybody is kind of going to start at their own level, and I can only speak for myself. I'm not hating on Fresh. I think, if he has to pay for box to get box, he's got to pay for box. But I don't. There's not like a jealous thing, man. It's like, I don't want his life. I don't want to have to be like inside of a clinic every week and they know me by name because I'm trying to, make sure that I'm clean because, I'll just stick my thing in everything. It's just like, I don't want to, I don't want his life. I don't want Myron's life either. Myron has plenty of stress. Coke Benny says, the time that you cooked him, then offered your Instagram so they could make fun of you, they didn't even sound happy about that. In defeat, in their voice, it was so obvious. Well, I mean, it was a lot of me talking and, getting out what I needed to get out and stuff. And then, yeah, Myron was just like, yeah, sure, I'll take you on that. I'll bite. But then when they found out that, like, I got kids, I got a wife, it's not like, it's just a normal, healthy relationship. And honestly, I don't know if that's not what these guys want. That's what Myron is always trying to like say, like that families are the backbone of a successful society. If men are just out here doing whatever they want, you're gonna eventually create all of these like 304s that can't stay in relationships because no one wants to be a side chick. There's a small percentage of girls that do want to be side chicks, but I don't think anybody really wants to be a side chick. I think they just kind of cope with that. But the fact is that they don't take accountability for their behavior and the way that they move in the world and how the way that they move creates more destruction. And they're kind of they're in a cesspool down in Miami, and there was a clip actually that we can go to where Myron was saying he wants to get out of Miami because there's just too many sisters and not enough white girls. I was like, dude, did he really just say that? Let me hold on. Yeah, right here. This is the one.
She's a basic bitch, man. What do you suck, man? Oh, Chris, she's blonde. She's Chris, come on, bro. I mean, she's basic in Miami. Like, hot girls in Miami.
You're not so familiar from somewhere. I wouldn't say basic for Miami. I'd say basic for maybe Fort Lauderdale.
No,
we don't have white girls here. We don't have white girls here.
In clubs, though.
In club?
Yeah,
bro, even in clubs, you don't really run it. We don't got white girls in Miami like that, guys.
Because they're all foreigners.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, it's kind of annoying.
You gotta go all the way down to Weston.
I'm about to move.
You gotta go to Weston.
Tired of these Spanish chicks, man.
What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait
y'all think y'all got away from the black girls until y'all get to the Spanish.
What?
You can't say that.
You can't say what? I'm trying to Spanish.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
What do you mean?
You can't say that. Why are you giving us a straight
So, oh wait, hold on. Oops. So basically, black women are invisible to Myron, and he's tired of the Latinas. So,
Okay.
Mario, you about to beef, bro? You about to beef with Guyana, bro?
All right.
Yeah, so Myron, he's done. He's like, I need more white chicks, and I got to get out of Miami. So one of the last clips I'm going to show you guys, and then we can end the stream because we're at like 2:30. Is Chris like completely, I guess, owning Walter, and this is Henny Chris coming out. I know some people don't like Henny Chris, but here's a clip of 5 minutes of Chris just owning Walter.
You do got some ass though.
Okay.
I don't think they can see that.
Wait, no.
But shouldn't that be for your husband only?
You know it is.
Wait, and you a teacher? Bruh, man.
Guys, you gonna get some water.
Bro, your students are gonna be like.
I was a teacher first. And then they told me to go be a model, so a lot of people was like,
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
it was the Diddy party.
No. I need from somewhere.
Oh no.
I hate when Fresh says this.
That ass is familiar. But I don't.
can't say all that.
But she married though. But wait, hold on. You married?
I'm married.
For how long though?
Been a couple years.
I'm gonna ask you after the show.
Why would you say that, poor guy? I cook well.
Audio is too low. I agree. Let's can't hear it. Yeah, let's it's unfortunate, man, because this clip is pretty funny. Yeah, this is a low clip. I think whenever it was recorded, it was pretty low. I think that was it. Let me make sure I don't miss anything. Now that I'm not on this not on this site anymore. What was it? I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, I guess that was it, man. Sorry for the low audio on that, but yeah, it was a good stream. I do have a I don't know where that one clip is with where Myron was telling Fresh, like, bro, like, will you please, like, because I think, what was it? He was making a point, and then I think Freshie tried to chime in and try to say something else, whatever, and Myron was like, bro, will you just let me make my point, man, because like you're really throwing things off. And it was a really good clip, and I was like, oh man, like after I saw that, that's what kind of made this whole thumbnail, because he gets so frustrated. But I know Myron tries his best to keep it offline because he doesn't want to he doesn't want the haters to clip it up and stuff. But it's like, it's getting to the point now where, Fresh can't help but trip over his feet. And then, Myron has to be like, fuck, man. Like, I can't hide this anymore. So, yeah. Oh, was it? GG Allen says, even though Myron says that about black chicks, but he smashes more black girls than Fresh. There was that one girl that I think was from Jamaica. She's been on the show a couple times, and I can't remember her name, but yeah, they dated, and she wasn't bad looking at all. But yeah, I mean, Myron definitely, he's not anti-black, because if the girl isn't ratchet, which that's, I can understand that. It just makes sense that he likes to generalize, and that's kind of his issue. It's unfortunate because, by generalizing like that in front of the women, it just kind of kills your chances for anybody that doesn't agree with you. So Sonic says, it was awesome, man. Can't wait for the next one. Hey, I'm going to do, I'm going to post the next one, for next Saturday, and that will make me stick to it. So I appreciate everybody that came out. Thank you so much, you guys. I don't know, man. I mean, my prediction for these guys is that maybe by 2025 they might be parting ways, but I don't know. Now that the podcast, the Controlled Chaos thing is on ice, maybe they will try to stick it out. We'll see. We'll see how it happens. But yeah, thank you guys for being here with me, and I will see you guys on the